currently here early, which is good, because that's what I was hoping for. So, let's go ahead and just lower that more, because I don't want that to overpower this recap. So, let's go ahead and do a very... I was going to say short, but I think I want it to be more, like, in-depth than what I intentionally wanted, because I do want everybody to get a general idea of what occurred and what very minute details were in that occurrence. So let's just go through a synopsis of session 1, which, by the way, was in a Google Doc that I provided. If you missed it, again, it's fine. There will be some synopsis available. There should be a handout that is available to all players. It's a link to this Google Doc. So, you're welcome to read it on your own, but it's there for if you want it. So, the synopsis from session 1 is that the entire party met in a place called Stone Valley. So let's go ahead and go to the map. We met in a county called Stone Valley, and each of you are here because there was a reward out for the mayor's daughter who had recently been kidnapped. So a reward was put out for 1,000 gold, and each of you, for whatever your reasons, decided to take on this particular bounty. So you all arrived at the mayor's manor, and you heard the mayor's plea to please assist him in returning his daughter, so that she may hopefully return safely to the town. The daughter's name is Natalie, and for the most part, everybody was good with it. We had one particular character who kind of pressured the mayor a little bit and pushed him on the subject of the reward amount. The 1,000 gold reward amount didn't seem to satisfy one of our players enough. So the mayor got a little flustered and frustrated, which is something that he will remember. The party then was forced into a group, and each of them introduced themselves to us, and then the group decided, because it was getting late, to take a night's rest at the Dragonfly Inn. Let's go ahead and circle to the Stone Valley map. So, in the Dragonfly Inn, several of our party members happened to encounter a certain drunkard by the name of Severus, and none of them offered to buy him a drink. In fact, I do recall Melonius in particular grabbing the drunkard and threatening some kind of harm should the drunk continue his shenanigans. After a night's rest, the party decided, besides going to the store and picking things up, and as I recall, Elner went to the Church of Helm and acquired a nice little ring. They went to the swamps towards the northeast of town. And they wanted to investigate because they had gathered some information and have deduced that the swamps may be where Natalie is. So they ventured into the swamps. The first place that the party went was the Fort Camp ruins. So they went to these ruins and they encountered two women who told them to turn back and stay away from the area they were going into. And the party decided not to fight them. They decided to just retreat instead. After which time, the party did enter into an encounter with a lizard folk creature as well as a poisonous snake, both of which were defeated thanks to the strength and hand-to-hand combat skills of Melonius. After defeating the lizard folk and poisonous snake, the party went to the shrine of Telona, and Serox decided to touch the shrine and discovered there was some kind of odd liquid on it, but didn't learn much more beyond that. Finally, they went to the Isle of Mist, which happens to be where all hell broke loose, because several things occurred. On 2 different occasions, Arden broke away from the group on his own, and on the second occasion, encountered an old woman who helped him exit the mists. However, the old woman is now forcing Arden to be her prisoner and to go to her home, a small hut in the northwest of the swamps. Pahanin lost his conch, or shell, in the mists and scrambled to find it with the utmost desperation, clawing through the dirt and all manner of plant nearby, until he found the shell inside of Jub's backpack. And finally, Erica hastily wrote messages to the group because they couldn't hear anything. So she felt it would be smart to write messages back and forth to convey certain information. However, some force, possibly magic, kept changing her messages to things such as turn back. Trying to cause fear. Eventually, after all these different things kept happening, the party found their way out of the Isle of Mist and into the waters, besides Arden, where they found some safety from the magic of the fog. And they quickly moved towards the bridge to avoid a crocodile swimming towards them. And they found some strange hut in the distance where they saw an old woman and Arden walking towards it. And that is where we ended the session. I'm sure there was a few other small things that I missed. It is what it is. So, before we start, obviously Spoon's not here. Are there any questions? Because as of right now, I am going to move you to this layer map that I have here, which is exactly how you see it. There are a couple bridges to cross over some small bodies of water, and visibly in the distance you find a very small hut. I'm going to pretend that you know that the old woman and Arden are inside, so this information is fine for you to see. This is what you get right now. I'm going to double check if I have the certain things like... Okay, good. Euclidean is on. Okay. And moving through the water is considered difficult terrain. And for the sake of simplicity, I'm going to say, even if you take one step off the bridge, you are now in difficult terrain. So there's no, it doesn't matter. If there's some land on the tile, you may say you're making an effort to stay on the land. But anytime you venture into water, you are venturing into difficult terrain, for the sake of argument and simplicity. So as not to be like, oh, but I'm one step off the bridge. So no. Let's just make it easy. Difficult terrain no matter what, if you're in the water. You are on this small piece of land, and there's a bridge towards the hut. So this is a point where questions can be asked. And if no questions are asked, then I'll just start moving things along.
What does difficult terrain do?
Difficult terrain. Difficult terrain means that you're going to have half your movement.
Okay.
So if your movement is 30, anytime you go through the water, it's like half the movement. So take, for example, to go from, let's say, where Melonius is to here, that's actually double in the water. So it looks like the water tiles are roughly... That's like 30 feet of movement to get across this, effectively. as opposed to the 15 it says on the pointer there, or on the arrow, excuse me. So it would take your entire movement to get through the water in that particular scenario. And then let me get my swamps music going. No, not fart music, swamp music.
There's a difference.
Alright.
What? It's swamp gas. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's just
Okay. Okay, so it's swamp gas. Got it. Okay. So, no questions. That's fine. Then here's what you get. We're gonna ignore Arden for now because Arden's currently eating his wonderful dinner. But we're gonna start with you guys instead. So, as of right now, an old woman and Arden have entered the hut. You could see that from the distance. So you decided to investigate further, but you're not necessarily at the front door, obviously. The distance here will be accurate. You're about 60 feet away from the hut's entrance. As far as you can tell, this boat does exist here. There is a boat at the edge towards the water here. And there is, in fact, some kind of garden in the back there. It's probably not just pumpkins, by the way, but it's hard to tell. The bodies of water are present here. They appear to be fairly still at the moment. And the bridges appear... They appear to your eye to look sturdy enough to walk across.
Do we watch them walk across it?
Yeah, they did, yes.
Okay. I'm assuming they kind of came from, like, up here, right?
Assume they took the same path you would consider taking if you were over here. They would have taken the same path.
Then do I see any, like, windows or any, like, back doors to this hut?
You can't see a back door. You're not at a proper angle. The only door you see is this one. As far as windows, there are a couple.
Where do I see them, by chance?
So if this is the main entrance, let's say you see a window here. And you think you can make out a window towards the back corner here, which would be towards the edge of your eyesight. Because obviously line of sight is a thing.
Okay.
Okay. And by the way, you don't have to be in this order. For example, Elner, if you wanted to be back here, that's fine. But don't go past the island, please.
I know I'm definitely going to...
I believe I will be near the front as well.
Yeah, I think I remember last time we were talking about Erica going scouting.
Yeah, I think we agreed that I should probably stay back because it'd be too loud if I walked up right now.
Calling is a good idea.
Maybe you should go over the bridge last. Hold on.
How do we want to approach this? I mean, I could take a look around, or we could kind of come in together. What do you guys think?
I'll sit back until I'm needed.
Because I feel like, are either of you familiar with this kind of individual? Would we know what this is at all?
What? I don't know what you mean. What is? What do you mean?
Like an old woman that brought him in?
You just saw an old woman.
It could just be his grandmother. Okay.
You're not sure. You just don't know. It's an old woman. From the distance you were at, you couldn't tell much beyond that.
Okay.
I think it might be a good call to send a couple of people forward to try and see if they can figure out what's going on. A couple people stay back.
I think if we're going to like to engage with this individual, we might want to bring her outside. Getting us all funneled in that entrance doesn't seem like a good idea to me. What do you guys think?
I agree with that.
Yeah, I agree as well.
Okay. How are we going to do that?
Distraction by chance? I mean, you're pretty loud, but I feel like we should all be ready to kind of like jump before anything happens. To a degree, like maybe have you like in the boat or something. I don't something. But first I can go take a look around and then get back if that's what we want to do.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
I think that's the best course of action.
Okay, so I'm going to try to sneak up towards the hut. Is it kind of like empty, like open areas, or like bushes, or like foliage? Or
There's light foliage. There are also cattails that that will be on the edge of the water, as a swamp would normally have.
Kind of like hide behind, basically, as I kind of make my way around this house.
You-
I just want to get a good view of like around the house and behind it. And
Sure.
back
You need to be methodical with your movement, though. Go step by step, please.
Okay.
Assume if you went here, that counts as bridge.
Slowly approaching, trying not to creak the bridge too much, because
Okay. While you're doing all this, by the way, I need to know everybody's passive perception. Go ahead and just post it in the chat. Post your passive perception. If your passive perception's like 10 or 11 or whatever it is, post it.
Where is that?
Passive perception, if you go into your character sheet, let's go into this one. Passive perception is near the bottom left. Okay. Okay, Melonius has 16, Jub with 15. Those are quite good as a passive perception. Erica with an 11. That would be the poorest of the group. Got it.
woohoo!
Okay. So, Erica, are you trying to be stealthy? And if you are, you need to roll a sneak. So, stealth check, please. Alright, you're pretty stealthy when you do this.
Roll.
You're not making much noise and you're staying in cover. Continue to move, please. Okay, so here, I will allow you, even though you have passive perception of 11, you start to hear some rustling behind you now. There appears to be a bush that you didn't walk through it, but there's a bush behind you now, and you hear some rustling coming from it. What would you like to do?
Can I take out like a ball bearing and try to like throw it like over here in the water, like a little past the bush?
You can. So you throw something into the water here.
Just like bloop.
Okay. So you throw an item into the water. I assume it's heavy enough to make a loud splash.
Not a loud splash. It'd be like a little like dribble, like a because it's like a little small ball bearing. It's not much. It's like dropping like a quarter in a pond, basically.
Okay. So two things happen. They're going to be simultaneous. Number one, you see a frog-like creature jump into the water after it. Number two, you see a frog-like creature reach out and stab you with its spear.
Come on. Okay.
And this is going to be a surprise, so it's going to do it before the combat starts.
Cool.
So, let's go ahead and get my enemies up here. Go ahead and roll initiative, but the first round is the surprise round from this particular frog.
Is it really? I feel like I would
It-
hear.
So you threw your rock, and it attacked you. So this is its response.
Oh, powerful initiative too. I rolled a 2.
Okay, so it's only these two at the moment, and we'll also do this.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot of high initiative. Wow.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, so give me a second, and then the frog's attack is coming in. It is going to attack you with its spear. So it has a spear in hand, and it will thrust at you one-handed.
Some people didn't do initiative right.
Who didn't do initiative right? Oh, whoops. I'm sorry. Let
I
me.
only think the nice character first, so it's just out of order.
So yeah. I think I fixed it. Is there anybody that didn't? Well, Arden didn't, but Arden is not a part of this, so don't worry about it.
Mine's still not on there. I don't think.
You didn't click your token when you did it, I imagine. So that's fine. Let me do it. That's okay. I'll add your turn, and I will do it manually. What did you get? 23. Okay.
23.
Thank you.
Also, Jub had a 21 originally.
Did you? I didn't see it. Did you have a 21 originally? Didn't get it? Okay, that's fine.
Oh, I see it, yeah.
So be sure when you're doing initiative, I know it's in the character sheet, but click the token, then go into your character sheet, and then click the initiative. I can get an initiative macro set up at some point, but for now, that's just how you're going to have to do it until I do the... there's a simpler way to do it, but I haven't done it quite yet. So the frog lunges out at you, Erica, and it misses.
Cool.
So at this point, that was the surprise. So, Elner, there are two frogs that just sort of hopped out from hiding. They were hiding in various different bushes and cattails. One jumped into the water and is currently in the water. The water will be about waist high on this particular frog. The other one is now on land.
Did I see it trying to spear Erica?
Yes, you did. It just lunged out with one spear out of the bushes, and it exited the bushes when it did it, and it tried to attack Erica but missed. Because I think Erica's got a better AC than 10.
Barely, but yes, I do.
So how big are these frogs?
Good question. Let me go ahead and pull that up on the monster manual.
Didn't we fight one of these like last round?
No.
Oh, it was
We
a
avoided
snake and a lizard.
They're these, by the way, I won't give you the name unless you do a nature check. But I spelled it wrong. That's important. The size of them, according to the monster manual. Oh well, that's not helpful. It says medium humanoid, so I would guess anywhere between it's got to be somewhere around like, because I think halflings and gnomes are not considered medium, so it's taller than a halfling or a gnome, but it's not. This thing is definitely not 6 feet tall. So
Okay, so it's bigger than a normal frog.
yeah, it's definitely bigger than a normal frog. Absolutely, it appears more humanoid. Elner.
Oh yeah, I was just waiting. I'm going to run. It's not running, but 11 feet to get to the start of the bridge, and then 11 feet to get over the bridge, and then try to stab the frog.
Okay, go ahead. You attempt to stab the frog. Unfortunately, you don't have advantage, so you miss.
Alright, that's my turn.
Okay, Jub.
Alrighty. I would like to scooch a little bit closer so that I can see them a little better. And then I'm going to take a shot at this frog by Erica.
Okay, go ahead.
With my bow. Now, let's see if I can remember how this works. Do I click the name of my bow in my attack section?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a crit. So go ahead and roll, and it should roll the crit on that.
Big hit.
Wait,
So,
did I click it in
You now click the longbow inside of the box in the chat window.
Okay.
Okay,
The big hit.
Kuru, you pull back your longbow, and where do you strike the frog?
I'm going to say the side of its neck.
Okay, you strike the side of its neck, and you must have hit a lethal point because it goes limp and then just falls into the water,
Nice hit.
All right.
and it starts to float in the water.
Oh. He's less happy than my frog.
Would you like to do anything else? By the way, for those that don't know, you can do like multiple moves. What I mean is, if you have a total speed of 30 feet, you could move 15 feet and then move another 15 feet after an attack. You can break up movement.
I guess at this point it makes sense. I'll try and make a nature roll.
Okay.
If I recognize these creatures.
Go ahead. It's a frog.
Oh.
All you can think of is that's a big frog.
Yep.
Serox.
That's all.
All right. 5,
And then I'm going to remove that from the turn
10,
order.
15. So if I want to get to that squares there.
You may go diagonally.
Okay.
You squeeze
Now-
through. You just squeeze through. Yep.
So with this whole number thing, it's like, because like that's like 11.
It's
now?
close enough to 11. I'm using Euclidean because that's how it should work.
Right, but what I'm asking about is because I have a range of 10 for my melee attacks.
I'm going to say it's close enough where I'll accept it. 11's so close, I'll accept it. But if it was like 15, I'd say no.
Right.
So
okay,
just keep
that's
that.
fine.
Yeah. But like if it's 11, like fuck.
Well, I'm just wondering because like on boards that like that, it's like that'd be 10.
Yeah, I know, but again, Euclidean makes sense. So 11 is acceptable.
Okay, then I'm gonna attack him.
Okay, go ahead.
11.
Unfortunately, an 11 misses. Surprisingly, it's wearing fairly sturdy armor. In fact, I forgot what the armor is actually. It's hide armor. It's wearing hide armor. There you go.
And then I'm just gonna take one more step that way.
Okay. Pahanin. Pahanin.
Ah. There's Discord muted. Thank you. I'm just gonna start off with a Ray of Frost. Give him a little blast.
Okay, you're hitting the frog. Unfortunately, that is not enough.
I'm just gonna dejectedly walk forward onto the bridge. That's it.
We're doing it again, Vis.
Oh boy.
It's happening again.
For those of you with decent passive perception, there's something moving in the water right here. And you see out of the water, a crocodile grabs the dead frog and pulls it underwater.
What counts as decent?
Not me.
As in, line of sight may be difficult in this bush. So Serox and Erica, it would be tough to see this because of the bush that I said was there. So Elner, you'd be able to see it. And everybody else on this little island back here would see it. Serox and Erica, you see the water moving, but you're not sure what it is exactly.
I feel like we hear a gator mauling.
But you hear it. And then it pulls the dead frog under. Melonius,
Yes.
it is your turn.
Right here. Yes. So I would like to just kind of move up to the house.
Okay.
Can I get through this bridge, like with them on it?
Yeah, again, I'm generously going to say you can go around them, but stay on the bridge.
30. So that would be 30.
Yes, okay, 30 feet. Your passive perception 16. There's a bush over here and something's moving in it.
Over where?
Ping it again. Dodge, can you help tell him where I'm
We
pinging?
don't see your pings.
Oh, man.
Don't see your pings on.
We're looking at the same screen. Okay, now we see it.
That's because I guess on the GM layer you can't see those pings. Okay.
No.
No. That's why it's the GM layer.
The power.
Man, if I were able to move 5 feet closer. But, if that's the case, I'm going to use my, action to move and see what's in here.
Okay. You look into the bush.
Well, I want to see if, like, if I see it moving, I want to see if I can see it, like, not without touching the bush, but, like, I want to see if I can see what's in there, because, like, yeah, it's a bush, but if it's not, like, fully, like, overgrown, you still can see somewhat into it.
Right. I'm going to still make you do an investigation, and If you succeed, I'll explain why you needed to do that. And we'll say it's not that high. We'll say anything above 10 will be acceptable. 10, you know what? 10's close enough, actually. It's close enough. There's a snake on the bottom of the bush, and it is it's looking aggressive because you're close to it.
Okay.
But it hasn't attacked you yet.
I'm going to use the rest of my movement
And I'll do that.
to kind of go around the snake, if possible.
Okay. Yep, so it doesn't lunge out at you or anything. You just went around it.
Okay. And I'm just gonna motion over to the other part of the group and just point out, hey, don't go over here. There's a snake.
Okay.
That's gonna be it.
Gotcha. Erica, the frog that lunged at you was killed by Jub, an arrow to the throat, did that. So, as of right now, just to sort of point things out, Melonius says there's a snake over here. There's also a frog still in the water, and you saw some water movement over here, but you couldn't tell exactly what it was. But it was a noise you could guess was a fairly large creature.
Mm-hmm. Taking all things in, I'm gonna try to just, I'm gonna assume my party has this guy handled, or the gator does, or whatever is in that water. I'm gonna follow Maloney's lead and just try to, carefully approach the house this way.
Okay.
Move right up against the wall here, if I can.
Okay. That's fine.
And, what is my range to this guy?
31 feet. If it's a 30-foot range, I'll accept it.
What I'll do is, as I'm running here, like from here,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna chuck 2 daggers at this guy,
Perfect.
and just dagger, and then finish my movement.
That's fine. And then
Where is my weapon?
we'll get to Spoon at the end of this round. We'll have something for him. 15 will hit, 12 will miss. So
No attack, so just 7.
7. That's still a good hit. So let me check the health pool of this thing. All right, it is damaged and it has this much health left. Got it. Okay.
And then I'm just gonna use the rest of my movement to get right up against the wall, like here.
Okay.
And that's gonna be my turn.
Okay. Currently you don't. Currently, through the window, because you're kind of close enough where you could peer through some of it. You don't see anybody through what you can see.
Okay.
The end of the round is the frog. Frog is just going to go after the closest thing he's near him, and that's you, Serox. It's going to leap into the air. So apparently it can jump quite far. So it's going to jump from the water to the bridge here and attack you twice. It's going to bite you, and then it's going to use its spear against you. So the bite, I don't know what your AC is, you have to remind me, and then the spear. Yeah, okay, both those miss. So it tried to bite you, and then it tried to hit you with its spear. It just sort of bit your armor and nothing happened, and then it just missed you with its spear. And that's going to end the frog's turn. As for Arden inside the hut, Arden, you've been taken inside the hut by the hag, and she's fiddling through some of her various different items in her hut. She's got all sorts of like foods, and there appears to be some vials of things on some shelves. There's books. There appears to be like some kind of makeshift bed, and there's a fireplace that's behind you right here. She's brought you in, and she starts talking to you now. Let me go ahead and turn this down a little bit just so I can get this going. And she says, "Don't worry, little one. I will bring you down into my scientific area of my home, and then we'll have a little chat, and we'll see if I can help you, or perhaps guide you in some way. I did say you were my prisoner, but I want my prisoners to be as comfortable as possible. So, I'm thinking I'm going to get some things here, and then we'll go down and we'll have our conversation. How does that sound?
Before I respond, and like while she was fiddling and after I entered, I just want to kind of look around and take stock of the place, see if I see anything interesting, or if she said the person we're looking for is here, if I hear anything from a possible prisoner or anything like that.
It's a small hut. You don't see much. You see the makeshift bed, everything I described. The vials, some are empty, some appear to have an odd liquid. You're not sure what it is. And you see some books and some food. If you find any of that interesting, then that's your answer to your question. But the books don't appear interesting to you at the moment because it's all sorts of things. There are some like stories in here, like reading material type books, not like anything scientific or arcane in nature. The food appears to be normal food. There's like fruits and some baked goods on the table, and there's a makeshift bed, which it doesn't look particularly clean.
Okay. I guess I'll just say, well, you've certainly got me here. This lowly bard is at your disposal, my lady.
Excellent. Excellent. An obedient prisoner. I love it. And all of a sudden you hear some noises from outside the hut. And you hear some voices, and then you start to hear some more activity related to what you would guess is some kind of fight outside. And the old lady goes, what's that? And that's where we're going to start the next round with Elner.
She didn't like tie me up or anything, right?
No, she hasn't tied you up.
Should I roll initiative so I'm like on the turn order? Or...
You may roll initiative now.
Okay.
Be sure to click your token.
I have.
Not a great roll, but it is what it is. Elner, my friend, there is still one frog left, and you saw a crocodile in the water. And there's apparently a snake over here, based on what Melonia said.
I shall move here and stab frog.
Okay. Go ahead and try and stab the frog. Unfortunately, a 7's not going to do it.
And done.
Serox.
Hey, I'll move right there.
That would be advantage.
Exactly. And maybe now I will hit.
You do, 24 hits. Roll damage. I imagine you're taking... Yeah. Okay, how are you finishing this frog off?
I'll just kind of hit it in the chest with the axe, and then when it drops to the ground, finish it off executioner style.
Got it. So you decapitate it, and it just plops to the ground. And some strange, liquid that you would guess is blood is coming out of it now. Anything else?
So I moved 5 feet there. Move the rest of the way up to there.
Okay. Jub!
Looks like all the trouble's been taken care of, so I'm just gonna... Let's see, I'll move up my 30 feet. See here.
Okay. You may also double move in a round. You can dash for 60,
right.
just as a reminder.
Right, if I'm not using my action, right?
Correct.
In that case...
You could try to shoot the snake.
I'm not worried about that.
Dash would be your action.
Correct.
Yeah. So, I'll just move a little bit. I don't want to get too close.
Got it.
I'll do this. Just move a little bit closer.
Okay, sounds good. Pahanin. There's a crocodile in the water. Pahanin. Pahanin. Earth to Pahanin.
Earth to Pahanin, indeed. Can I perception check to try to see where the crocodile is?
You can try. You can certainly try. It seems to be still in the water here. You can kind of see water motions in that area still.
You think I could see enough to go for a ray of frost into the water?
That would be a disadvantage.
Okay. Well, better than nothing. I'm gonna try to blindly fire it into the pool.
15. I don't even...
Not bad.
That hits. Roll damage.
Hey.
Hey, let's go disadvantage.
Okay, 6. I'm gonna mark that. And that would mean it has this much HP left.
Alright, and then I'm gonna run to the rest of my friends so I don't die.
Can't stand on the same square as an ally to end your turn. There you go. You can move through those squares, but you can't stand on the same one.
Yeah, I misclicked. My bad.
It's okay. Alright. I need to check its movement. Alright, it's not very... Doesn't have a lot of speed, actually. But it did not appreciate getting attacked. It exits the water and goes 20 feet. So that would be there.
Oh boy.
And it bites Pahanin. Oh, I forgot to whisper roll that one. That's all right. 12. Does 12 hit you? Let me change that. Does a 12 hit you?
Earth to Vis.
All right, I'm gonna check.
Playing Destiny.
This, I swear to God, if
He's
you're
on
playing
WoW,
Minecraft.
dude. I'm telling you, he's on WoW.
This.
Bro, I'm fine.
A 12 hits you. A 12 hits you. You take 7 piercing damage.
No, is he down?
Kidding me?
Is he
No,
down, dude?
God.
Is he down, dude?
Also, how much movement does a crocodile have?
Dude, how
Crocodile.
12 AC?
Well, unfortunately, the crocodile, while it can swim 30 feet, can only speed 20 feet. And it just so happens that it can move, unless it was slowed by the frost.
Yeah, ray of frost is 10 feet. I don't know if that changes anything.
Actually,
By 10.
it does.
Yeah.
So then that would only let it go to there. And its bite is only a 5-foot range, therefore you are still up.
Okay.
Gator had a meal.
My life flashed before my eyes.
That being said, it can still double move.
Okay.
You can't attack him.
Noted.
Melonius, there's a crocodile next to Pahanin.
All right. Well, I am going to sorry.
No, go ahead. You're fine.
Out, and also, we're trying to handle two different people being the same character.
You're fine. You're fine.
I gotta do it. I gotta run in and attack her.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna run in.
Oh shit.
Okay. I gotta pull up her sheet now, so go ahead.
This man's going in.
So, unarmed
Open the
strike.
door.
Unfortunately, a 16 misses.
Okay, so Otto's trying to kill us.
A 23 does hit, though. For 4 damage. So that would put her at this.
And I'm going to look at Arden and say, help! And then that's my turn.
Okay. As a reaction to you entering the room with Arden and her, she is surprised, obviously, in that there is somebody in this hut this quickly, but aware enough of your entrance that she could defend herself somewhat. She decides to immediately go invisible after saying, Blast! Fine. If you wish to get the girl, because I know that's what you're after. I'm not stupid. You'll have to follow me down into the basement. And she runs. She goes invisible, and you see the fireplace, which was, there was a fire there. It's extinguished, and you can't. You don't exactly know, but I mean, it's extinguished, and you do. I'm trying to get the description because, like, it's it does have a description for this thing. It's okay. The fireplace goes and is extinguished, and there is no trace of her anymore. But as you look past the fireplace, you do see there appears to be some kind of, I don't want to say staircase, but there's a slope that goes downward into the ground.
And I know we can't see her, but we can't like get a feel of like hear her where she's moving and take like an attack of opportunity at like disadvantage, or no?
I don't want to necessarily give away too much, but you cannot do that.
Okay.
There is a way to do that, and I will say the only way to do that is to do some kind of arcane based check. But
okay.
As far as like without that, no, you can't.
Fair enough.
And that's, I'm specifically looking at the description of that ability she just used, and that is the case that is according to the spell, or I guess the ability. I don't know if it's a spell, but it looks like an ability or spell. Okay, so Melonius, you attacked. You did connect with her. She didn't appear too phased by it, and then she just, after saying her thing, she immediately just disappeared and ran away.
I just love the idea of you just running into the house and randomly socking an old lady in the face.
Okay. That turn is going to stay invisible for now. Arden, you saw the old woman turn invisible and run somewhere, and you notice the fireplace next to you extinguished, and there's something down there. And you can't see exactly what it is. It's a little dark. I don't know if you have dark vision or not. You have to tell me.
I think I do.
Okay.
I do.
Okay. So you can see a little bit. So you can see down. It goes down fairly deep, and you do see that at some point it does flatten out. There is an ending to the slope downward. The slope downward isn't enough where you just like immediately slide down. You could, if you were somewhat careful, walk down it successfully. And that's what I'll give you for that.
I'm not going down there first. That's for sure. I appreciate the assist. Is everybody else coming?
The assist? I came in here and I thought I was gonna die.
Well,
I was debating on leaving you, so you owe me. Yes, the others are outside.
okay.
You can hear Hannon screaming in terror in the distance. by
Yeah.
the way.
There's a small. You hear the sound of a small gnome yelling and screaming.
I'll poke my head outside.
But Hannon's in trouble.
Oh, that doesn't look very good.
I won't.
I will vicious mockery the crocodile.
Oh, okay. Vicious Mockery and the Crocodile. Go for it, and it's wisdom, so... I mean, it's a crocodile. It failed. 2 psychic damage, and its next attack is at disadvantage.
I gotta know, what do you say to the crocodiles?
Okay.
I say, sit.
Okay. Fair enough.
And I'm
It-
back in the house.
The crocodile closes its mouth and makes like an odd noise and moves its head a little bit. Snake isn't going to do anything. Erica! Pahannon's in danger. And Maloney's just ran into the hut.
I look like one way, I look back the other way, I look back way, and I realize, that frog corpse still has a dagger in it. And so, I'm gonna kind of move around my friends here, trying not to
make the snake upset at me?
Yeah, sure. That's fine. As long as you're saying you're trying to move around it carefully, that's fine.
I'm gonna get like all the way over here.
Okay.
Make it around the gator here.
Are you saying you want to get to like here, for example? Yeah. I mean, if you had the movement for it, let me check though. Again, I did say you can move through party members.
Yeah, I have like 35 movement, so I'm.
If you have 35 movement, I'll allow it.
Okay. And then I will just take 2 swings with my short swords to this gator.
Okay, that's advantage.
I would like some shoes.
Oh my. Okay, roll the crit, and I think that's gonna do it probably.
The rogue
That's sneak
crit.
attack crit. Yeah, that'll.
Yeah, the rogue crit's gonna do it, I think.
That's gonna do some damage.
Yeah.
Plus 9.
I mean, I don't know how you're killing it, but you killed it.
Yeah.
Rogues are cool.
I don't know how you're killing it, but you did get it. It's down.
I just from like the snout down, just straight down the spine, and just slice it clean too, almost.
Okay.
Oh, ooh, that's a bit gruesome.
Let me get rid of the crocodile.
Are you okay, Pahanin?
He's just shaking in fear. He doesn't say anything.
Poor Pahan. Poor guy.
I can't. Are we like still in turn order here?
Yes, you are.
Okay. And then with the last like 5 bit of my movement, I'm gonna move closer to the frog here, and then next turn you're gonna dig out the dagger from wherever it landed.
Yeah, that's fine. You're still in turn order because technically the snake is still here, and it depends on how people get towards the hut. So that's why it's still up. If you guys wanted to attack the snake, you're welcome to. That's why it's there. So Elner.
I'm just going to run, avoiding the snake.
Sure.
And dash into the hut.
Okay. Okay, stop here, please. You hear a rustling in the bushes, and a snake attacks you.
Okay.
That's a bigger snake.
It's a little bit of a different snake. So it's gonna constrict you.
Do I get any saves on that, or am I just constricted now?
I need to check your health.
8.
What is the rule for dying?
Negative your max hit points, so -8.
Wouldn't a constrict be like a grapple though?
It is.
So it'd be contested, right?
It does do damage though. So let me explain it. So it's a melee weapon attack with +4 to hit, and it does do a damage. So
It has to roll. I assume it rolled the hit then.
it rolled a nat 20.
Oh.
Good God.
And it rolled a 16 on the damage.
Yep, he's dead.
Elner, I don't know what to tell you, but this thing nat 20'd, and it got a 16 on the bludgeoning damage roll total with the with the double damage. It got full damage on the back end there. That is a death. So interesting. I'm not exactly sure what to do here.
We have a clerk, right? There's a clerk here.
Die.
I am the cleric.
He is the cleric.
And that's our cleric.
Also,
It's unfortunate. I don't know.
you need 3rd level spells to be able to resurrect people anyways, which you need to be 5th level to do, so...
Somebody find the bodies so we can take them back to town and save them.
There's no way. We don't have anything.
Okay, so
Maybe with the money we
here's the thing. Here's the thing. Elner, logically you are dead, but I don't want your character to die this quickly. So here's what I'm going to say. It instead did 15 damage, and you are on your last you are officially very close to death, and the snake is grappling you still. Because I don't want your character to die this quickly into the campaign, But it did happen. So we're going to pretend that you didn't die. We're going to pretend that you took 15 instead of 16. And with the knowledge that, holy shit, we did technically have our first player death. So you are constricted by the snake, and you are unconscious currently, and it is going to be death saves on your next turn. And that happened, though. So that is the first player death. That was... I gotta be honest, I didn't intend it to happen this quickly, but it did happen. Serox, go ahead.
All right.
Elner looks dead, but he's actually not dead.
So he's getting constricted. Does that mean the snake's on his square right now?
The snake is technically in the same space as him. Pretend that if I put it here, it's in the same space.
Okay, then I'm gonna take one step forward and swing
Yeah.
it.
Go ahead.
Why didn't that
What?
attack Melonius?
Yeah, why did it not attack me?
He was too quick.
It just didn't. You went in really quickly, and unfortunately, the DM couldn't react to it. And I just said, okay, that's fine.
Okay, that
15.
makes a bit more sense.
Again, this is just me being like, okay, you ran in, you did your thing with the hag lady. I don't
It's
care.
confusing because it's just like it wasn't there, and it's like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I understand. It was there. People on the stream could confirm it. It was sitting there. I just didn't use it. Okay. That the 15 does hit the constrictor snake.
Alright, 7 damage.
Okay. So that's 7 damage. So it's this and there. And okay. I don't know how grapple works when it's actually hit. Let me double check that.
Doesn't affect it.
Yeah, it doesn't affect it. Okay. Okay. Jub. Elner is he's not looking real great, obviously, and the snake is still wrapped around him.
Okay. So I think... Let's see. So in the panic of the crocodile and the snake and all that, I'm going to switch. I'm going to pull out my sword and shield and charge in. So I'm going to go up to here, pass by Serox here, and slash at the snake with my short sword.
Go ahead.
Let me pull that up again.
A 10, unfortunately, does not hit the constrictor snake.
I'm just trying to be careful not to hit him, so I guess I whiff.
Yeah, you're nervous about attacking Elner, and your worries affect your ability to hit. So, unfortunately, you were not precise enough, and you miss.
Alright, that's my turn.
Okay. Pahanin, Elner's in a lot of trouble.
I see. I'm gonna try to be as careful as I can. Shoot a ray of frost his way.
That's a 24, right?
That does hit.
Yeah, I forgot to swap back. Alright.
Wait, so that's
Okay. Well, it's
Dispel's
at
not crit.
spells. Did it crit? Oh, it did crit. Yes, it does. I'm sorry. Roll another damage die. So roll another d8. Okay, then it's dead. The constrictor snake dies to the ray of frost, and Elner is limp on the ground, but he appears to be barely breathing. Elner thought he was dead, but luckily, Elner, your goddess intervened on your behalf and spared your life. Just this once.
Poggers, dude.
Pahanin, you may finish out your turn with a move and such if you wish.
Alright. I'm gonna move up next to Serox. I'm going to give this snake a very wide berth.
Good idea.
That'll be it.
Okay, Melonius, I would imagine the door is still swung open from the hut. You do hear some commotion behind you, and Elner appears to be on the ground, barely breathing, and there's a snake dead next to him.
I mean, there's nothing I can do about that, so I guess I'm gonna go after the hag.
Okay, you can do that. Just say you're going down the fireplace entrance, and we'll say that's your round. I do have a map, but I want to let this resolve completely before getting to that map, if you don't mind.
Okay.
But I do have a map for it, and I'll move to it as soon as. I guess the only person that really is. But I assume Erica. I assume you're gonna get. Are you gonna attack this snake? Yes or no?
No.
Okay, then we're gonna end. Then we're gonna end the combat there. Then. Okay, so we need to resolve a couple things. I'm gonna remove the turns. And then yeah, Melonius, you can still do your thing, obviously. Elner is on the ground unconscious. If anybody has anything to get him to be conscious, now's the time to use it. I don't actually know if you guys have any sort.
Level 1.
Yeah.
There's no way we would.
Arden
I mean, I was just.
I do. I have
Arden-
something, but I'm dead.
Arden thinks to himself for a moment and says, I don't normally do this, but I suppose I was probably dead if not for you guys coming to save me, and I will healing word.
There you go, healing word.
Burning,
There we go.
burning my second and final first level spell slot for the day.
Yeah. Bards get healing word. Nice.
You heal for 4, Elner, you're up.
You're up at 4 HP.
And I am
Oh.
out of spells.
So the snake only put me to 0, and now I'm at 4.
Yes. So when you go unconscious, and you essentially go to 0, and then when you heal, you go back to, in this case, 4, because you healed for +4. It doesn't go negative, and then you just add on to the negative. It just pretends it goes to 0, and then you get the heal of 4. At this case, anything above positive there.
The only thing that was a weird case there is if you go negative your hit points on the same attack, you technically
You
don't-
Yeah. No, you die.
I just insta-die.
Like
But
in that-
otherwise you're just at 0 if you're at negative. So
Okay, so if anybody wants to investigate the actual hut, the top floor of the hut further, you're welcome to do that. And if not, the old woman went down the slope that I described before. And at this point, that's where we're at. So you can decide if you want to go down now. I will mention short resting is a thing. And as far as experience is concerned, let me see here.
Can I search around the hut, see if there's anything useful inside?
I would take a look as well.
I give the same description I gave Arden. Usefulness is in the eyes of the beholder. However, in this particular case, I don't know what you consider useful, but there's nothing in here that could be used for your attacking benefit, and there were some odd liquids that you looked at. You'd have to figure out on your own if those liquids are beneficial to you or not. As far as experience is concerned, 100... There's another 100.
I'd like to take the liquids.
And
I'm assuming they're in,
250 is 35. Okay. Increase your experience by 35, please. And then let's close all these for now. And then once you've increased your experience by 35, let's do one more thing, actually. Why don't you actually increase it by 40 instead?
So 5 more.
Yeah, do 5 more. Why don't you do by 40 instead?
Everybody should be at 109.
Math is fun.
And then,
They said I never used math out of high school.
again, if anybody wants to take the strange liquids, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, are they in like bottles then or something, or what?
They're in vials.
They're in vials?
Yeah, so
Basically,
bottles, fine.
Are they topped? Like I'm assuming like.
Yes,
corked or-
they are.
So how many of them are there? 'Cause
Would I
would like to-
recognize any of the colors of the liquids? or any
Okay,
of-
one at a time. Let's figure out how many. There's one.
Okay.
I said there were many, but there in fact one. And
I just poured a bunch out when I was trying to grab it.
yeah, I guess so. Okay, Dodge, what were you saying? Go ahead.
Do I if I'm looking at this liquid, do I recognize it at all in like some of the shops I've seen before? Or...
No. You don't.
I think we should leave that for now. And figure it out later. I think Melonius, did he? Where is he at?
They went down. I'm like trying to get in there at this.
Yes, they
Yeah, I was already going.
Yeah, Melodius was already going.
Yeah, that's right. Melonius did go. As people enter, I guess I'll say yeah, the big guy, he went in already, so we should probably follow him.
We should probably make haste.
All right,
Um,
I'll go in after him as well.
I would say Elner, if there's anything like a small potion or anything you can take beforehand, I would recommend that. But we should probably follow with post haste.
Okay. If we are all going down, there's no short rest then? Yes?
Nope.
I mean,
Oh.
how long is it? Yeah, well, yeah,
Isn't
Melonius
a
already went.
Yeah, Melodius already went, but
already went, so...
a short rest would have been 30 minutes. So keep that in mind. Okay, no short rest. We're going down. Sounds good. Okay, you get down towards the bottom of the slope, and you encounter a fairly small room with a couple individuals, 2 men, 2 women. They appear to be fairly well geared up. And I'll move you to the map now. Like I said, it's a small room. There's a couple folks with some gear on. They appear to be guarding some kind of door.
Yo, this bitch has guards? What the...
What the hell?
The folks that are well armed here, you can't see their faces, actually. They appear to be wearing some kind of odd-looking mask. And they draw their weapons.
How far behind Melonius are we?
So, because of the way I have the tokens set up, they're large. That is intentional. And let me actually update the distance. Okay, so whatever the distance shows is the distance that you got. It's a small room. They've drawn their weapons on you. Are you ready?
Well, I mean, Melonius would get there first, right?
Yeah.
You're right. Melonius, you are there first. That is correct. They don't respond to you. They just draw their weapons.
So can we say like there is a round where like I want to do something and I hear them coming behind me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Okay.
not going to do anything aside from the one thing I want to do.
Yep, sure.
Okay. I am going to use my shifting. So,
Okay.
I now have 11 hit points as opposed to 9.
Okay.
And part of that as well is that so I have advantage on wisdom checks and nothing can get advantage on me.
Okay. That's fine.
What do you look like now?
So basically I just grew a lot of hair.
Okay.
And it almost like as opposed well, okay. It's not really hair, it almost looks like quills. So
Okay. I'm reading the description, so 1 minute. Okay. That's fine. Got it.
I didn't mean to make
He just makes that.
Okay. Well, okay. So Melonius, you use your shifting and your shifting feature there. I see those now. It lasts for a minute. And then the rest of the group, after you've done all this, arrives. Like we'll assume a little bit of time, enough time passes where you've completed this, and they don't
it's a bonus action.
Right, I understand. We'll just assume that it happens quickly enough. So, okay, the rest of the group, everybody's down here. Same thing as I said before. The guards pull weapons on you, and they're wearing some kind of odd-looking mask. You've never seen it before. And at this point, if you're going to return their aggression, you should roll initiative.
I want to call out to him first.
You may
Who
do
are
so. Say that you said, what are you?
Who are you?
Who are you? Got it. They'll say that they are servants to the they're servants to the hag, and that's what they'll say.
Very well.
Natural 1, baby. I'm rolling well tonight. I literally rolled
Exactly,
a 2,
that
a
one.
1,
There
and
we
a 20 so far. Let's go.
If you're gonna roll a natural 1, initiative's kind of the thing to do it on. It's not that
Is
big a
it?
deal. Initiative's like not that big
As an
a
8
deal.
health point rogue?
Hey, it's better than getting a crit and max damage rolled against you, so
I mean, I did crit max damage.
Okay.
What do you mean?
Everybody, I think, is on the turn order. Yes.
Good. This fucking guy's first.
Okay.
Oh god.
Okay. Let's see here. Let's switch this up. And I think we'll do something a little different for the battle theme today. On this one. We might hear it eventually. Okay. So this guard in the front goes first. She's going to do this first. Okay, she succeeds. She grabs at her face and she says, "No, I won't do it!" And she ends her turn.
Oh, which one was that?
The one in the front right here. She grabbed at her face and said, "No, I won't do it." And that was her turn.
Interesting.
Your turn, Arden.
I will seeing that was interesting. I will pull out my crossbow.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and shoot at the mask on this guy up front and see if I can jostle it loose.
Okay, go ahead.
Nope.
No. Unfortunately, you miss.
And I will back the fuck up.
Okay. Serox. Everybody saw what I described before, so I won't re-describe it.
Yep. Well, I like your idea, but unfortunately I am a man of only one prick. So I will go to there. And I'll swing at that guy.
Actually, I don't know if that will hit or not. No, it misses.
Alright.
Okay, this one. Where is it? There it is. That one is going to walk forward in front of the other and attack you, Serox, with a spear. Hi-ya! And it misses. This one in the back here, the other female town guard. Let's see what she rolls there. Not enough. So she will walk forward. She's just going to stand right there. And she's going to attack Melonius with a spear.
Certainly try.
I don't know what your AC is.
17.
It miss.
Yeah.
Jub.
Okay, I got a couple questions. Can I tell like what these are? Are they like humans or elves or something?
Good question. According to what you can tell, you can't really see their face because of the mask, but they appear like they could be human. They could also be half elves, or they could be elves.
All right.
Yeah.
And then you said they're guarding this door up here, right?
They do appear to be guarding the door.
I assume it's closed then, like in the picture.
It is currently closed.
Okay. So with how many enemies there are in this, I feel like now is a good time to bring old boy Gerald out for some assistance.
Ah, yes. Let me
Okay.
grab your friend. Where did I have your parrot friend? There you are. Boom! Your little parrot friend.
Okay, so I guess I'll have him go first.
I don't know if I can control. I can set this up. I think you should have control of the bird.
Looks like I do.
Perfect.
Okay, so I'm going to ask him to fly over here,
Uh-huh.
if he can fit there,
Yeah, sure.
and claw at this fool.
And claw.
Yep.
Sure. Just claw, just a normal claw. Okay. Go
Yep.
for it.
Now, I don't know how to actually like make that roll. Do I just like read it off the sheet and roll that manually? Do you think?
So on the sheet, there are a bunch of actions in the character sheet side. If you click the name of it, it'll actually roll. So a 9, unfortunately, is not enough to hit the guy, but that's how you would do it.
Gotcha. Thank you. All right, and then for my action, I would like to take a shot at him with my bow.
Okay, sure.
Let me get that up. Pull that. Oh, I have to pull it back out. And same guy, the one right in front of Serox.
Okay. That hits for sure.
Cool.
Just a normal bow shot. Okay. 5 piercing. Sure thing.
And then I'm going to move a little bit. Where's the button? Here we go. And I'm going to move right here.
Okay. As a reminder to everybody, unless you are using a magical-based attack, you can determine whether or not you want to kill someone.
Okay.
Just it is a thing. It's a reminder. I think I've mentioned it before, but I wanted to remind. Okay, Melonius, go ahead.
Well, this guy's right in front of me, so I'm going to attempt to hit the mask off.
Okay, got it.
Oh.
Nope.
I'm gonna do it again.
Sure. Nope.
Cool. That's it.
Level 1.
Woo! Level 1 is so much fun every time. I don't hate it at all.
Okay, this guy needs to do that. Gonna go here and attack you, Serox, with a spear. Yeah. I think a 19 hits you. So let's roll the damage there. You take 4 piercing damage.
Okay.
Elner.
I'm going to stand in place praying and end my turn.
Okay. Roll religion for that.
Oh, you want me to roll religion?
Yeah, I do. You're praying. Yeah, let's roll religions. See if anything happens there. Besides... Okay. Okay, you stand there praying. Pahanin.
Are the guards next to Serox wearing metal armor?
They are wearing a chain shirt, but yes, let's call it for sure. They're wearing a bit more than that, so yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna move next to one of the guards, and I'm going to cast Shocking Grasp. I should have advantage because they're not wearing metal. Not that that matters.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, you missed.
Okay. Oh, that's a problem.
Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm gonna scoot a little further in, and I'll end it there.
Okay, Erica. Erica.
Sorry, I'm muted.
You're okay?
So at the start of it, one of them like threw off his mask and said he's not doing this or something.
They didn't throw the mask off. One of these women she seemed to be struggling and grabbing at her head and said, "No, I won't do it."
Okay. Is there anything unusual about the masks or anything? Or are they just like general like iron helmets or?
No, they're not helmets at all. It is a mask. It does look a bit odd to you, obviously. I would say that it's fairly colorful, and I feel like you could have discerned this already, but you're close enough to this one or this particular woman already, and you're getting a funny feeling coming off of it. I feel like you could have guessed that anyway.
Yeah. Can I like make 2 attacks directly at the mask?
You can, yes.
Okay. I'm just gonna take 2 short sword attacks then. And if I'm adjacent to him, is that considered a sneak attack, or would it be like around? Or
I don't.
If you're within, if
you
an
have an-
enemy's within 5 feet,
Okay, another enemy is.
You have- Yeah, if you have an ally next to him, you get sneak attack.
Okay,
Which,
cool.
yeah,
So I should take 2 swings at the mask, I guess, on their face.
sure.
14 and 13.
Unfortunately, a 14 and 13 are not enough.
All right, and that is all I'm gonna move here, and that's all I'm gonna do.
Okay. She's gonna do the same thing regarding her throw. This time it doesn't work out the same way. She's gonna throw her spear this time. She's going to loft a spear at I'm thinking she throws her spear this time at you, Jub.
Alright.
She's gonna toss a spear in your direction. What's your AC? Although I think that hits for sure.
16.
Yeah, that hits. Okay, you take 6 piercing damage.
Owie. Is there a place to keep track of health? I haven't lost health yet.
Yes, so on your character sheet, if you go into it, there's actually like current hit points. That would be where you could, and the
Mhm.
I think the bigger number, yeah, that actually works.
Bigger
This
number
works.
is current, it looks like.
Yep, that works.
Thank
Okay, Arden, go ahead.
Arden's gonna sigh to himself. I'm like, well, glad I saved this fucking guy. And fire. I guess I'll just fire another crossbow bolt at the mask of. Doesn't matter. I guess this person who's closest.
Okay. Unfortunately, an 11 isn't enough.
That's it.
Okay. Serox.
So if I wanted to, like, could I, like, try to grapple somebody to, like, take their mask off?
Yes, you could.
Okay. Then I'll grapple the one directly in front of me.
Okay, this one right here. Got it.
7.
Okay. Luck favors you. He rolled poorly. You've grappled.
Yes.
You've grappled the person, and yeah, you grabbed him, and I assume you want to get this mask off, and just like assume that. Okay.
Yep.
You grapple this person, and you remove the mask in your grapple, and as you remove the mask, what are you gonna do with the mask that you've removed? Are you gonna throw it on the ground?
So what is it made out of?
It's.
Is it like plastic? Is it metal? Is it cloth?
It appears to be some kind of plastic material.
Could I like just crush it in my hand?
You could.
Alright, I do that.
You crush it, and a sense of magic leaves the mask as you crush it in your hand. And the guard, as you're grappling this guy, goes, "Oh, it's off! It's gone! Quick! We have to save the others!"
Alright, can I release him then from my grapple?
You may to end your turn.
Okay, I do that.
This guy is going to try and grapple this person right here. So we'll go ahead and just do this and then this. And the guy does indeed grapple. And he intends to remove the mask. So he removes the mask off of his buddy. And same thing. He just follows your lead, Serac. He just crushes it. And this one also is relieved. He says, "Oh, thank goodness. It's finally off of me. We have to save the others, too." Okay. She is going to do her thing here. Her resolve is strong enough where she does nothing this round but grab at her head and beg to not be forced to attack. Jub?
Alright, well, now that I've seen that, I don't even know if this pertains to it, but can I roll Arcana to see if I've read something about this before?
Go ahead.
About these masks?
Yeah, sure. Okay. You have on your various adventures across the land, you've heard rumor that certain creatures like to infuse objects with magic, and in this case, it appears that these masks are infused with a magic that tries to control its host. When someone wears this, you immediately succumb to an attempted control by the person who infused the item originally with magic. So, okay. In some way, it's a little bit more complex to something like Crown of Madness. It's a little bit more complex than that, though. But that would be a decent comparison for now.
Okay.
So, currently, what you're witnessing is the host is rejecting this mask as best they can. The resolve is strong enough where they're resisting the control, or trying to. And that's what you're seeing. But once you remove the mask, that's it. The spell is broken, and the previous wearer regains control of themselves. So.
Okay. So in that case, I'm going to switch back to. I'm going to put my bow away, pull out my shield again, and I'm going to tell the others that are like to my right. I'm a little behind, but I'm going to say they're hypnotized by the masks. Get them off. And then not really going to do anything with Jub too much, but I'm going to ask Gerald to fly over here and see if it can claw the mask down.
Sure.
Would that still be an attack roll?
If you're attempting to use the talons to do so, in this way, yeah, if you're trying to just talon them off, yeah, let's just roll an attack.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the bird just sort of flies around.
Oh, well. And then I'll just, I'm going to move a little further up the room. I'm going to move up to here.
Okay. Melonius, it appears that two of the individuals on the left side of the room have regained themselves. It is only the two women that are still controlled by this mask.
Okay. I would like to continue trying to hit the mask off the one in front of me.
Okay.
Would I have? Are we doing the flanking rule or no?
The flanking rule isn't to gain advantage, or yeah, of course.
Okay. Am I technically flanking or?
If you position a little bit more behind, there, perfect.
Okay.
Okay. Yep. Sure. So you're just want to be very clear. Are you attempting to remove the mask or just hit this person?
I'm attempting to remove the mask.
Sure. Okay. I'm gonna say you're since you're focusing on the mask, you knock it off. But you do still hit. I mean, you still hit her, but you just knock it off. Yeah. Okay, so you knock it off. I'll still take the damage off on that, but you knock off the mask, knock her, back to her senses, and she goes, "Oh, thank you, friend. You've saved me from that horrible witch. Quick, we must save the last of the guards."
Of course. And I will move the last couple bit. I wouldn't be able to get flanking with the bird, would I?
No, not the bird. I'm sorry.
I assumed so, but I had to check.
Yeah. If the bird was only a little larger.
Alright, and then I'm going to use my bonus
One day
action
he'll
to strike again.
That does hit. And we're gonna assume. Yep. Okay, so you do the same thing here. You knock the mask off. Yep. Perfect. So, unless you're gonna beat the shit out of these guards, I'm gonna end the combat.
Tempting.
Can I say that? Okay. So we're not beating the crap out of the guards. Got it. Okay. So you knock all the masks off or crush them in some manner, and all of these guards regain themselves and they huddle together really quickly, and they say, I don't know who we'll just have one of them speak in this case and say, I don't know who you people are, but you just saved our lives. That horrible witch has been controlling us for it feels like several days, probably a week. It's hard to tell, but we have you all to thank for this. This is truly a joyous day indeed.
The same like uniforms of the town guard.
Yes, 100%.
We were looking for the mayor's daughter, and we believe she's here. I don't know if you had seen her beforehand or before you got your mental fortitude taken. But we believe that the witch has her as well, and we could definitely use assistance. Also, do any of you have like a spare dagger by chance? Because I lost one.
Yes, they do. They give it to you.
Thank you so much.
One of the women says, I think I regained myself enough to know that, yes, the witch that is below, past these doors, she does indeed have the girl. And we will be happy to assist you in this fight against this horrid creature. Go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Do you know how you were trapped with the mask? How she got you? Do you remember that?
I distinctly recall venturing into the swamps on I was near it on a patrol. We do patrol around the swamps to make sure that we're keeping the peace. I think this old woman must have coerced me to come closer to her, and I foolishly came to her aid, and I personally was brought down here, and this mask was put on my face. And it's hard. Everything else, it's like a dream. You go in and out.
Well, I think we should try to make haste. I don't know how long she's have you been in that chamber before?
I'm sorry. I think the man goes, I've seen it. It's a terrible place. Horrible place.
Give me an idea of what it looks like at all?
It's just it's a cavern, and I have to be, if I'm being honest, several areas of it are blocked by vines that only she controls.
I quickly pull out a piece of paper, and I'm trying to scribble a little mini map as he's doing this to kind of get an idea of where to position ourselves in this chamber.
Sure.
Just based on whatever description.
He says, well, when you enter, you go, you just go through into this what looks like a vast opening, but again, like I said, it's blocked off by vines, and again, only she controls the vines. There's no getting past them without her saying so, or I don't know if any of you are powerful sorcerers or something. You could, I suppose, get rid of them, but
the opening is blocked by vines?
No. The opening is open to enter, but once you get inside, certain parts of the cavern are blocked by these vines, and you can't get. We don't know. I mean, whenever we've gone past them, when she's led us there, she has guided us through the vines. We haven't just walked through them on our own. I'm sorry, I can't say too much more, but there are, from what I remember from trying to fight off her possession, it is a terrifying place where all her prisoners are.
So the vines are kind of like separate passageways, or are they like just like they're inside the chamber?
They're inside the chamber. It's not like different halls and passages. It's one large chamber, but the vines, they block it. Only she can get through. But if, she's always looking for more prisoners. And if you've removed our masks, she may challenge you, even without. She may just guide you there. She's always looking for more prisoners, so she may take the risk to fight us.
I'm fine to her.
You did.
So I'm no expert on these witches, but I don't know. A good fire? Who knows? Good fire will set ablaze the vines, or... Well, there's more of us than that creature. We outnumber her, but she is powerful.
Mm-hmm.
I say we take our time now to recover our strength and come up with a plan.
I have like a flask of oil. Is there any way I'd be able to like rip off like a piece of cloth or anything, or like do any of them have like a small piece of cloth or something like that?
You could.
I want to take a piece of cloth and kind of roll it up and stuff it in the opening to this flask of oil and make like kind of like a Molotov cocktail.
Yeah, no, I'm okay with that. Sure.
I'll do like 2 of my flasks of oil, so I'll mark those off.
There is such a thing as a...
Make like a Molotov cocktail with oil that I have.
There is such a thing as a firebomb.
Yeah.
I'm looking some stuff up.
But that's what I want to do, is get like 2 pieces of cloth and kind of like make like a little wick, and then I have a tinder box and I have some torches that we could use. Is anybody good at I'm pretty dexterous myself. Does anyone else feel comfortable with one to possibly toss at these vines?
I should be able to do it as
Oh, okay, sure. And I go over and hand Melonius one of my other fire bombs, we'll call them. That sounds more Dungeons and Dragons.
Here's what it'll be, by the way, for damage, okay? I'm going to tell you what the damage would be based on some stuff that I'm looking at for this. Here's what I'm going to say. You make your ranged attack roll, base it on, for example, if you're using like, a bow, you can just use, we'll base it on dex. And it's a d6 of fire damage, but also a d6 of bludgeoning damage. So the actual force of being hit plus the flames that potentially engulf you.
Would that be at all affected by our dexterity modifiers or anything, or just the weapon?
It's a ranged attack roll, so it's affected by your dexterity modifier, yes.
Cool. Good to know. I got that little written down.
The last thing I wanted to say is those guards were experienced. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 100.
Oh, that probably.
Okay. Each of you give yourselves another. We're gonna say another experience for defeating the encounter. Plus, I'm gonna give some bonus because you didn't kill any of the guards. You went above and beyond, is what I'll say.
Commit genocide. Yay!
Give yourselves 50 XP, each of you.
Halfway there.
Whoa, living on a prayer.
Take my hand.
I mean,
and we'll kill
try
some hags
isn't.
there.
Actually, no, try definitely is.
Try literally living with a prayer.
Try is living with prayer.
Not
Okay.
that right.
So, are we able to take like a short rest here then while we're like planning and preparing and such?
You are. Additionally, as a bonus for saving the guards, 2 of the guards, It doesn't matter who they walk up to. So I'm just gonna roll 1,
Also,
2,
while
3,
you're doing
4,
the
5, 6, 7. Got it. Yep, go ahead.
Oh, is that Twitter? Oh, okay. Would it be like a bonus action to kind of like light the bomb and then throw it with the action kind of thing? Just for the sake of
I'm gonna say that if you make your attack with the firebomb, lighting it and making the attack all the same action, it's the standard attack. And then who's... Okay. And this guy go here. So the two guards walk up to Jub and Pahanin, and they say, "We wanted to thank you all, and, well, now, since we're resting, we have these health potions that we think you could use. Take them."
Ooh.
So they hand you both one health potion.
Ooh,
Nice.
thank you very much, good sir.
And that would be, for if you don't know, it should be 2d4 plus 2 hit points when you use it. Actually using it is just a bonus action. I'm just saying it's a bonus action for this. So if you're short resting, you may roll hit die to replenish your hit points. You only have one, so you roll the 1 if you wish to do so. Which,
I would like to.
if you're hurt,
Damn.
I would recommend it.
So do I just click the hit dice button?
You do just click the hit dice button. And the guards, I don't even know if the guards actually get hit die. They don't really.
They should have one at least.
They do, but they're NPC characters, and I'm not seeing a hit die somewhere.
There should be. Every NPC has like a formula for their hit points.
Yeah, it's like this
That's
one's.
like-
So it's a D8. Okay, we're gonna say it's a D8.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
It's
shit.
D8s.
Okay, well this one's at full health.
go guards.
Yep, we need all that we can get.
Let's roll it.
Shield for the
Let's roll it
guards?
again.
Fodder for the cause.
Wow, full health,
Let's go guards. Let's go.
and
Are
another
you back up to full health now?
6. That's okay. All the guards are at full health. They rolled really well.
Imagine getting
So
somebody else.
so I won't give you control of the guards for now. I will control them, but you may guide
Probably
me.
best.
Same.
You may guide me as I'm controlling them.
So I would recommend before we go in that like
And I'm gonna
the
do
ones in
something
the
real
middle of
quick.
the chamber would kind of like be leading the way, and then some of us like in between around.
And then I'm gonna add the guards.
The guards like know each other. They're like gems. Seems like the guards know each other, so they probably want to together.
The guards are
Probably work.
familiar with each other. They don't all like know each other really well, but they're familiar with each other.
Probably, like, I mean, I know it's not a thing, but we probably want to keep them together in case there's, like, they're used to working together with, like, tactics in the
pretty-
battlefield or whatever.
All of it.
They will use the basic combat tactics. They will use are surrounding an enemy is a good idea. That is the tactic they will use.
Power attack.
They do also have a ranged spear attack. They can throw their spear, and they just like they have spears. That's all they have right now. They're only equipped with spears. That's not. They do have a shield and chain shirt, but
Yeah, it's not bad.
so if they're using their spear one handed, they're using their shield.
I would recommend that. For
Okay, so if we're short resting, I assume everybody's got their hit die squared away, and we will move on to the next area. The next area, I will do my best to describe. There are like a decent amount of moving parts when you first enter it, so let me complete my full description before asking questions, because there will be questions. Okay.
2D.
I assume the short rest occurred and you're ready to enter the hag's lair. I will give you the description of the lair, and after that, you can ask your questions. Fog of War is enabled. It's intentional. You should only be able to see certain areas at the moment. You should only be able to see up to where the guards are here. This area is the edge of it. This area is the edge, and this area is the edge. That's what you should see. You'll probably see this too.
Yep.
So, currently, when you first enter, there are vines straight ahead of you. and they appear to be covering the entire area. You can't go through them by just walking through them, and it doesn't seem like there's a way to like crawl or like squeeze through. In the distance, you see vines also blocking a potential passageway that could be a part of this larger cavern. To the side, there is a skull on a stick. It is a pole that looks to be roughly 4 feet off the ground, and the skull is implanted on top of it. And there's also a mirror. There is a, I believe this is a dresser. Let me check my notes. This is a dresser, and on top of it there appears to be 2 jars. That's all you can see. And for now, that's it. The cavern itself appears to be fairly quiet at the moment from where you are. And I'm now opening it up. You can ask questions if you want.
I got 2 quick questions.
Go ahead.
So, did we come then from, like, this direction?
You did, that's correct.
Okay, and then is, like, this area... like-
Blocked.
Okay, so
That
this is the wall then.
Narrow passageway to get here.
Okay, now I understand what I'm looking at.
Perfect. And there is this rock here. Just assume you can go through it and around it. Don't worry about it.
Is it like swampy area? Is it
It is damp. It's damp. But it's not like fully, water. It's not like you're submerging into water or anything with, like, it's just like damp. There's some wet spots. The map, it looks like it's all watered. For the sake of this, it's not.
Do I see any steppy steps, footprint?
You do see some, yes.
Which entrance are they nearby?
Well, the one in front of you has some steps, some footprints. The one over here has footprints.
Which ones are fresher?
That's going to be survival.
Did I catch her shoe size? Survival? Okay. I'm actually not bad at that.
Based on your survival check, this is fresher.
Which one? Sorry, ping it again.
I apologize. So where the guards are is fresher.
Okay. If I had to guess, I think this might be the way. These seem like our newer sets of footprints. Do we have like a torch or anything? We could try to burn the vines, potentially.
I've got a torch, I believe. Let me double check.
Anybody like to try to burn the
Yeah.
vine?
I will.
Okay.
Burn the ones right in front of us.
You attempt to burn the ones in front of you. Yes? That's what you're doing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Hold the torch to it.
You attempt to burn them, and for whatever reason, the resistance on... They resist fire more than they should.
Okay. Can I try to roll if I know anything about hag vines?
You sure can.
Oh, it
And what would
doesn't,
that
like,
be?
what happens? It just doesn't catch? Or
It just doesn't catch.
doesn't catch, okay.
What would I need to roll for that?
So you're trying to... You're going to try and do more knowledge of hags. You could do nature if you wanted. You could also, if you're trying to discern some kind of magical presence on the vines, which I feel like at this point is obvious, you can roll Arcana. It just depends. Like, if you're just trying to learn more about the hag itself, I consider that a nature check.
I kind of want to think more about the vines, so I guess I'll go with Arcana.
Okay, try doing some Arcana. That would be it.
Oof.
They resist fire, and vines don't normally do that.
All right. That's what I'll say that.
I have a hatchet. I can try to cut it.
Get the machete.
Do you attempt to cut it?
Yep, I'll move up to the front then and
You attempt to hack at it, and you do hack it, but it's quite resistant to your weapons, though you do deal some damage to it. And as you hack at it, the vines shift a little, and you hear just a cackle echo throughout the chamber of this cavern, and you hear more prisoners for little old me. You want the girl? I'll let you have her. If you can defeat me, that is. But first, why don't you take a little look in my cave? My other prisoners are quite comfortable here, I think. I've given them all they've asked for. Why don't you take a look, and I'll open the passage to me.
I don't think that's a good idea.
So
that just
I'm just gonna keep. I'm gonna just.
Yeah, just keep
hacking away.
going.
I'm just gonna keep hacking away.
Where does it sound like it's coming from?
So they can. Everybody else can like investigate and do their thing. I'm just gonna keep just swinging away with my hatchet.
I'm gonna go over here and take a look at what's going on over here.
Okay,
I don't.
Arden, you investigate the dresser, the jars, or the skull and mirror?
Let's start with the dresser.
The dresser. You take a look at the dresser. Do you actually open the dresser?
Seems like a mistake, but sure.
You open the dresser and it's filled with hair. Hair just pops out of it. It's a disgusting amount of hair. All kinds of hair. Blonde, brunette, black, red. It's horrifying. Do you investigate further?
That's all I see in the dresser is just hair.
There's a lot of hair in there. Do you want to shuffle? Do you want to try going through it and investigate further, or are you done?
No, I'm good. I'm good with the dresser.
Okay, sounds good. What else do you want to look at? And then somebody else can obviously look around if they want.
I'll look at one of these jars.
Which, pick left or right?
I'm in front of the right one. So
Okay, there's a toad in it. It's a really large toad.
cool.
Do you leave it or do you pick it up?
I'll stab it.
You stab it, like you're trying to break it.
Yeah, I have a dagger. I'll pull it out and stab it.
Well, how hard are you stabbing? You trying to break it or are you just poking it?
No, I'm trying to kill it.
You're trying to kill and break the jar. Okay, with a...
Toad. You said there's a toad in there. I'm trying to stab it.
Oh, you're trying to open it up and then stab it inside.
You didn't say there was a jar.
Okay, so you're trying to kill the toad inside. Okay, you killed the toad inside. Good job.
Yay! How much XP for the toad?
You get no experience for killing the toad in there.
Damn, dude.
I'm so disappointed you killed the toad and didn't lift the jar. I'm so disappointed.
This is exactly 1 XP for killing the toad.
I'm really disappointed nobody lifted that jar.
I'm glad I'm
Keep
behind the
going.
rock and I didn't see it.
Okay, so let's have somebody else investigate as well, in case. Or I know Serox, you're hacking away. That's fine.
Yep.
But does anybody else want to investigate, or is it just going to be Arden? It doesn't make a huge difference. I just want to know to see if more people are looking around.
The skull, is that like in front of a mirror?
Yes, it is pointing directly to the mirror. Its face is facing the mirror, so you're seeing the back of it, obviously.
I want to kind of move around here. And I just want to like throw something at the mirror to try to break it.
Okay, before you throw something at the mirror, what you see in the mirror is there is a handsome man in the mirror who appears to be banging or anything.
He's banging on the mirror.
Yes. It appears like he's banging on the opposite side of it.
I feel like destroying that mirror is a bad idea.
Do you still want to destroy it?
Yes and no.
Well, you gotta decide.
Have I probably never seen anything like this. And the skull's just looking at the mirror.
It's just looking at the mirror. Yep.
And it's on like, is it on like a pole? Is it on like a stick?
It's on a, we'll say a pole is fine.
Can I throw something at the skull?
You could. What are you gonna throw at it?
I'm gonna just throw one of my daggers at the skull.
Okay, roll an attack. I just want to see how forceful you are. Okay, roll damage. It was gonna hit no matter what. I just want to.
No sneak, but 7.
Say you pierce it with your dagger, and I think that would be appropriate given the force you're putting behind it. Okay, you throw a dagger at the skull and you pierce it, like making a large crack in it, and the person in the mirror grabs his head and begins screaming. And obviously,
not the right play. I want to pull it out now. Discord's good. Sorry, we were breaking up there.
I think it's auto. I could hear you just fine there.
Okay.
I can't hear him though.
Is
I'm
auto
pretty
saying
sure
anything?
it's auto.
Yeah, 1 second. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I think my mic like unplugged or something. Okay, so basically what I said was after penetrating the skull with his dagger, you see the man in the mirror screaming and grabbing his head. Obviously you can't hear it, like I said before. And the hag just cackles and says, "What are you doing? You're intentionally killing this man. He just wanted to look beautiful, and look what you've done."
I pull it out.
Damage is already done, dearie.
I still pull it out.
Is it normal for you to just throw things without further investigating? It's a foolish thing to do.
I mean, kind of. It's foolish to have a mirror with a guy in it, I guess. That sounds kind of impractical.
Not at all. He wanted to look beautiful. And I made him beautiful. Did you see the mirror?
I'd rather not.
The guy is like holding his head in the mirror and just banging on, like helplessly banging on the other side of the mirror. But Arden, I will tell you what's in the other jar, by the way. It's just overflowing with teeth. Teeth. Yeah, there's just a lot of teeth in it. So you can pick that up or stab at it, I suppose, but it's just a lot of teeth.
Let's set that down.
Okay, so after all of that, you hear the cackle again,
That wasn't bad.
and she says, "All right, I'll open another passage for you, but I'll let you choose, left or right."
How much progress have I made on the right one?
You haven't made much progress at all. You're just... It feels like a futile effort, but you're trying.
I'm gonna keep going.
Okay. Left or right? I'm waiting.
Is that like an R left? Is that like a your left?
Your left or your right?
This. I point to this.
That side. She goes, "Okay," and she opens the other side instead.
Okay, but like
I'm gonna keep on hacking.
I don't trust that one. I'll be honest.
Arden, are you looking down that way?
I'm looking. I'm not moving though.
Okay. There are vines blocking.
Okay, but that did like nothing.
And there appears to be more cavern over there.
What is going on with those people? Is that a frowny face made out of food?
No, but it is food.
I see what you're saying. No, that's a frowny face for sure.
I call out. I say, "So what? You just want us to?"
Those pheasants?
Oh,
Lucky emblem.
look, a lucky emblem.
Okay, what, Arden? What are you doing? I couldn't.
I'm just calling out to her. I'm saying like, "So
Okay.
you just want us to see what you've done?"
Yes, I do. I'm quite proud of my work, thank you. Go ahead, take a look. I'm not going to let you in any further unless you take a look. Go on.
Well, I guess let's look.
Good eye segment.
You guys go ahead. I'll keep hacking away.
You're not doing anything though.
These vines won't stop me.
I want to take a look
Yes, they
at
will.
the skull that I impaled.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Is there anything odd about it? Anything that seems like a release on it?
Well,
or like...
it's just a human skull to your to your knowledge.
Did
Doesn't appear like there's anything like you could try and pick it up, I suppose, off of the pole. There doesn't appear to be anything else beyond that.
We'll come back to this.
Okay.
Kind of like I motion the mirror. I'm like, we'll be back. I like scribble like we'll be back ? And then show him like the picture of the words.
Sure.
And I kind of look down the other
That'll
way.
be reversed because it goes into the mirror, so you got to write it the reflected.
I don't think that far ahead.
Yeah, Erica didn't think that far ahead, and the guy's just like really confused. And he's like, now he's trying to piece the words together in the right way.
I kind of like leave it on the skull, you know.
I mean, you indirectly gave this man a lobotomy, so like he probably can't read anymore.
Okay,
Oh, that's true. That's probably true. Yeah. Jub, what are you doing?
I want to look in this room.
Okay, what are you looking at?
I'm gonna look at this table here. That has the food on it.
Okay, 1 second. I have to refresh my Roll20. You're gonna look at the table. Okay, so the table, nice, by the way, has what appears
monster made that noise.
what appears to be rotten food. You can tell it's just rotten.
That's why it's
Alright.
frowning.
I swear to
I'm
God,
gonna
I
turn
did.
around and say, "Don't eat this food."
I eat
To the party.
You also in the distance, you see a suit of armor. And you also see a bunch of birds. I think the birds are here. So this is the birds, and this is the suit of armor. Yep, that's that.
Birds,
What kind of
like,
armor?
dead.
No, they're alive. They look like pigeons to you. Actually, scratch that. To you, they look like vultures.
Okay. And they're
God
alive.
damn it, dude.
And then there's a suit of armor.
Yeah. Okay. I don't want to go any further in.
You don't want to go any further in? Okay.
I'll stay here
Okay.
behind the table.
Would anybody else like to go further in and take a look? Ooh, no takers.
I mean, I'll take a look behind him, but I'm not going in first.
Okay. Well, there's some birds. They look like pigeons, and there's a suit of armor. And there's rotten food on a table.
What armor?
The suit of armor, there's really nothing special about it to your eyes right now.
Xerox, are you making any progress over there?
He's not. He's trying though. He's trying really hard though.
I'm doing
Really
my
hard.
best. Always got to have options.
Can somebody not as squishy come help us investigate this over here, by chance?
Okay. Sounds like okay, Melonius is going to investigate a little further. Which do you want to investigate first? The birds, which are pigeons, or the suit of armor?
I investigate the lucky.
I couldn't hear all of that. What? This? Oh, that's nothing. But
It's a lucky emblem.
it's a okay, it's a lucky emblem. I'm
Hidden
sorry.
Mickey.
Okay, yep, it's a hidden Mickey. You found the hidden Mickey. You gotta find all of them though.
We gotta take picture of it with our gummy phone. Hold
Oh
on.
my God!
I draw a picture with my cartographer's tools
Oh my
of the
God!
lucky emblem in the tavern.
The stupid lucky emblem. Okay. Besides the lucky emblem.
He's gonna kill us, but it
So
was
what are my
Besides the lucky emblem, what are you looking at?
I'll look at the suit of armor.
Okay, so when you take a closer look at the suit of armor, and by closer I mean you're just like focusing in on it more. I don't know how often you come across suits of armor in various different locations, like castles or just like I would imagine certain mayors' buildings and things like that would have them. But it looks normal to you at this distance.
Okay. How about the pigeon?
The birds. So the pigeons, it's an odd, scruffy looking pigeon in particular, and it perks its head up towards you briefly. And oh no, it doesn't make that noise. It says in the voice of the old woman, "Put your shirt on, you ugly man."
Okay, that's toxic.
I mean, I'm wearing my jacket right now, so like, I don't know what she's talking about.
That was just kind of rude.
Yeah, like, I get that we're trying to kill you and all, and you're trying to kill us, but like, personal attacks are just like, that's
Pretty low for
pretty low.
for a hag.
The birds just moves its head very quickly, looking around. It sees you, Jub. Jub, are you actually wearing that hat? Yes or no?
Yes.
The bird looks at you, flies over, and says, "That's a dumb-looking hat. You should take it off."
Okay. I'll take it off and just
The
hold it.
Mockingjay.
Can I try and snatch the bird out of the air?
Yes, you can.
Jub?
You can, yes. You could try and grab this bird, of course.
Be a dex saving throw then?
If you're just trying to grab it, you could just do like a sleight of hand. You could also try and grapple it with athletics, and it's a bird, so you'll probably succeed. It's a freaking bird. But yeah, sleight of hand. Like I suppose you could do like a dex save of some kind. That would work.
I guess.
Okay. You get it. It's a dumb pigeon. So.
Since it seems like she is going to continue spouting insult, I'm just going to look at my friends and say, I feel bad for doing this, but like, it's already taken over, and I don't know how to fix pigeon as opposed to person. So I'm just gonna snap its neck.
Yep. Okay. It is dead. You just snap its neck. Got it. And it's limp.
I'm sorry. I'll just say a quick like, I'm sorry, bud, but you were in the wrong place at the wrong time. You got taken over by the wrong person.
How much XP for the bird?
I swear to God. No XP for the bird. I'm sorry. Jub, as the bird's neck is snapped and killed, the suit of armor moves a little.
I noticed that.
You did, yeah. Erica, you noticed it too, since you're nearby.
Is it like it's just shifting? It's not really walking or anything?
It's not walking or anything. It's trying to move.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna tell Melonius that.
What was that?
I'm that armor's looking a little shifty now.
Is it like making moves towards us?
It's not moving towards you at all. It is attempting to move as best it can, but it can't.
Could you say that it is animated?
I know what you're getting at, and I will tell you now, it is not an animated suit of armor in the way that you're thinking.
Okay.
It is simply attempting to move, but it can't. And I will let the hag interject here to say her piece. It's like, this poor soul. Well, this poor soul just wasn't strong enough, and he begged me for more power. So I gave it to him. I made him a suit of armor. Unfortunately, his spirit is somewhere else.
Gotcha.
And the other vines that Serox is trying so damn hard to break eventually break down.
Wait, did I do that?
No, you didn't do that. It just
Damn
moved
it.
out of the way. But you can pretend that you did that, if you want.
I'll believe that I did that.
And in this area, I will reveal the entire room that this entire area. Yep, I can do that. So, in front of you, the guards aren't moving or anything, but you can, they're just following along with you guys. You see a large gemstone. You see a doll. And you see a woman and a zombie. That is a zombie.
Is it noticed us?
Yes, it has. But it hasn't shown aggression yet.
Okay, I'll take a step forward.
Okay. As you step forward, the old lady calls again. She says, "Oh, to be in love. Unfortunately for this woman, her husband passed away far before his time, so she begged me to bring him back. And I did!"
That was nice, technically.
So what is the woman doing?
She's just with her husband. She's like, it's difficult to describe other than just saying she's shocked, but she's just
Okay.
can't bring herself to pay any other mind other than the fact that this zombie is her husband now.
Okay.
And the doll, the old woman who is the hag says, "Oh, and I can't forget her child. The poor sweet thing. But the child's spirit will always live on." Oh, and the gemstone, I mentioned before that the suit of armor didn't have a spirit. That's where I put it.
How is it? Is it like as big as me then? The gem?
Yes.
Okay. Would I be able to go pick it up?
You could try.
All right, I will try.
What is this thing over here, by the way?
So you're definitely touching it. As you touch it, a voice. You can hear a voice in your head that is obviously not your subconscious or your own. That says, "Please help me. I'm begging you. I've been trapped in this thing for Lord knows how long."
Can I say? Can I like think
Yes.
to it?
Yes.
Okay.
You feel you can communicate with it now.
All right. I don't know if this is considered me talking with my helmet on still or not, but do you know how I can get you out?
The witch. You have to kill the witch. She's put a terrible curse on us all. Please.
All right. I'm still gonna try to lift up the gem though.
Okay, roll strength. You lift it up off the ground maybe a few centimeters.
Okay, so I can't like carry
It's
it.
heavy.
All right. Then I'll just set it back down.
Additionally, the zombie takes notice of you.
Okay.
Did we lose him again?
I just want to be very clear. Nobody else is going in with Serox. It's just him.
Is the
We're
zombie
over
like?
here.
No, I'll walk in as
Okay,
well.
so you walk in as well.
Is the zombie like starting to move towards him, or it just took notice?
It's now starting to walk towards him. It takes a step forward like this. I mean, if I wanted to be, yeah, it'd be like this actually.
All right. I'm gonna intersect myself between him and Elner.
It's going to attack you. And I do have the character sheet for this zombie friend. The zombie is going to try and attack you.
Okay.
I'm not going to roll for, like, turns on this. We're just going to do this, like, very free-flowing. So I'll just say you and Elner, you're very close. You can move first and attack. Pahanin, you may attack. Arden, you may attack. The zombie, since it attacked first, will begin the round. So the round technically started, and the rest of you over here, you may go over to join in. But I'm not going to put a turn order up because it's just the zombie that's attacking right now.
Man,
So-
that's a cool looking lucky emblem.
So, oh my gosh. So Serox, Elner, Pahanin, all that. Serox, go ahead. You first. You may do what you will.
Did he attack me then?
He did attack you. He attempted to, and he missed. It attempted to just like hit you with its, hand. It just like tried to hit you very hard.
All right, I'll say to the woman, I apologize for this, and I'll swing at it at the zombie. 19.
Yeah, that hits for sure. Okay.
Ooh.
You very much hurt it. And the woman screams, "No, please! Leave my bed alone!" Elner. Oh, Serox, I'm sorry. Did you want to move or I'm going a little fast because it's not going to be much of an encounter, in my opinion.
No, I'll just stay where I'm at.
Okay. Go ahead, Elner.
I'm going to move here to be between the zombie and the lady.
Okay.
And stabby stab.
Okay. You stab the zombie. Oh my god. No.
Wait, hold on. Halfling lucky.
Halfling lucky. Yes, you could do that. Yes, that hits. A 10 hits. This thing's AC is garbage. Absolute garbage. 5, sure. It's critical. The woman continues to scream. If you'd like to do anything else, like move, feel free. Otherwise, Pahanin, what would you like to do? Okay.
Muted.
Yeah.
No, he's not. No, he's not. I see him. He's good.
I am not gonna follow my fellow murderers. I am not going to shoot. I'm going to try to go down and try to pull Serox away.
Okay, you attempt to pull Serox away. Roll strength.
Okay. It's not gonna work.
Of course, but I mean, you did say you're trying to pull him away, so. No, you don't. You tried. Serox, something. You feel like a light tugging on your hand.
Don't even notice. Feels bad.
I mean, I'll look to what's tugging my hand.
It's Pahanin. He's desperately trying to move you away, but.
I'll look at him questioningly.
Arden. There's a zombie down there. You may choose to act.
I'm pulling out my crossbow. I'm gonna shoot at it.
Okay.
Holy shit! I hit.
Yep, you got it. You got it. You got it. You guys got some hits. Okay. So normally the zombie has like an undead fortitude thing that causes, but I'm not using it. So the zombie just dies, even though it was already dead. But like officially, no more life is in it to have it continue walking around. And the woman screams in horror, and she like doesn't touch the zombie at all, but she just like she's completely. She was previously in shock, but now she's in shock, in tears, devastated. There's not much holding this woman together anymore. She calls, Why would you do that? I had just had him back. Elner, Pahanin, and Serox, she says that to you three.
I'm gonna walk over here and start cutting away at the bushes.
Elner and Pahanin, do you respond or no?
I'll try to walk closer and kind of comfortingly say like, Lassie, bleh. All right, hold on, let me start over.
I'm sorry, what? Was that actually in Halfling or something?
No. Hold on, let me think for a second.
Okay.
I'm tired, okay?
Okay.
Dangerous thought.
Ugh. Lassie, he was already dead. He was but a zombie. There was nothing else we could do.
She says, he was all that I had left. Our daughter's gone. He's gone. There's nothing left for me. She pulls a dagger out from behind her.
Okay, can I try to grab the dagger?
You may attempt to grab the dagger.
What is that?
Are you trying to... Just want to be very clear. Are you trying to grab it away from her, or just grab her to stop her from whatever she's doing?
Grab her to stop her.
Okay, so... You can grab her easily, but you're going to have to roll strength to prevent her from doing anything. And she's not very strong. So, go ahead and roll. And I will say, if you roll anything above a 7, you stop her.
So you want me to roll strength?
I want you to roll strength, and you need to get a 7 or higher, I should say. 7 or higher.
Is that the saving throw strength?
No, you just
or...
click strength.
You can just click the strength.
It says strength.
Oh, I see.
Check, not a saving.
Oh,
My God.
Okay? She, you try and grab her, but she wrestles away from you. I'm gonna say Pahanin, since Serox is doing his own thing, she's about to stab herself.
Yeah, I'm gonna dive at her. I'm gonna try to knock it out of her hand.
Okay, you're gonna need to roll strength as well. Okay, so you dive at her, and you knock the dagger away from her across the room, we'll say, like, near the vines. And she's just sobbing in her hands. There's nothing left. There's just nothing left of her. And, yeah. The witch cackles again. And she says, "Oh, so unfortunate, after I had just brought him back, too. Oh, well. Not much compassion from all of you, huh?"
Okay. I'm going to take out the shell. I'm going to take the nice blanket that I had around the shell.
Okay.
Put it around her shoulders and pat her on the back. I'm not going to say anything.
Oh, yep, that's fine. The vines retract from both these areas. Get rid of that one. And it's just Monica now. So you're gonna have it's just the hag, and I do recall she got hit before. And
More
I
damage from Melonia.
Wait, is the hag's name Monica?
No, it's not. The hag's name that she uses is Helena.
Jessica.
Wait,
Okay.
what do you say? It's just Monica. Is Monica the girl?
No, it's Doki.
yo, can our
Oh, you were making a Doki meme.
The guards will take position, don't worry. The combat hasn't started yet. Or anything. So you guys, you can take your positions. The hag is just, she's there. I am going to change her character real quick. I'm removing that. And I'm going to, I need to grab it from here and do that. And you're gonna see me remove the token for a second. But that's because I gotta get the real hag picture. She reverts to her ugly form. And the guards take some positions. You are all allowed to take whatever positions you see fit.
So, Serox is very deeply troubled by what just happened. So he has no idea what's going on right now. He's just solely focused on hacking away at the logs.
That's fair. That is fair. If that is what you wish, that's fine. So all of you are here. I'm just going to move the woman a little bit to the side. And the hag that you see before you, finally her true form, she says, "So, you wish to save the girl. And for 1,000 gold? Come on now."
Actually, he wanted more, and I point to Arden.
You wanted more?
Technically.
I'll make a better deal. I'll give you 2,000 gold. And you just turn away and go about your merry way. What do you say? 2,000.
Yes.
No.
That's a lot of gold.
2,000 gold. The guards, by the way, their weapons are out. They're ready to attack. Going once, 2,000 gold.
Well, if you have 2,000 gold, I think we'll just take it from you. How about that?
All right. As soon as possible, I'm just gonna run at the hag.
Okay. Elner is running at the hag. So at this point, unless anybody wants to stop him, I am going to call for turn order initiative.
Daggers out, ready to go.
Make sure you get your tokens clicked and everything. I will roll initiative for the guards. Don't worry about that. And I will actually, I will continue to do control of the guards. Let me get rid of the zombie.
12.
Let me get rid of
12.
this.
Everybody's 12.
Okay.
Okay, the guards rolled well. Let's go, guards.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh, guards.
Guards are popping. Oh, gosh.
Okay, is everybody... Do we have everybody on here? We have Serox, Arden, Erica, Elner, Melonius, I see, Pahanin, and Jub. Jub, wow, at the top. There we go. All right. So, Elner, I know you said you were going after the lady, so I will do you the service of giving you a first attack.
Lord, no fucking...
Oh, Pog.
You will have first strike, and then after that, everything falls into place normally.
My little halfling legs can't make it behind her. Feels bad.
That's unfortunate.
Okay, I'll go here. I'll attack her with inflict wounds.
Okay.
Wait, lucky?
Yeah, she's a...
Can you?
Oh, yeah, lucky.
Yeah, you can lucky this. Sure.
Nope.
Well, it's a...
Okay. No. That's not
Alright,
going to hit
well,
her, unfortunately.
Good
Actually, as a bonus action, I'm gonna yell at Pahanin and tell Pahanin to watch the girl.
Okay. First guard.
So if I just throw it...
The first guard is actually going to run and, like, he's going to try and bash into the table and knock it aside.
Smart idea.
Which he successfully does. So the table shifts as he charges into it. He just, as a part of his movement, he just knocks it to the side. And then he's going to grasp his spear with two hands. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Yes, this is two-handed. And that's going to be advantage, and the guard hits.
Let's go, guard.
Nice.
The
Nice.
guard will deal 5 piercing damage.
Guards are popping off.
Jub.
These guards.
I've got a simple turn planned. I'm just going to take a shot with my longbow, and that's it.
Take that shot.
Oh,
You shot the dead pigeon instead.
that crit fails are coming in hot.
You thought you were fired, but as you were pointing at your bolt of fire, you accidentally fired to the side, and you shot the dead pigeon.
Well,
But I'm sorry, you shot the dead vulture.
Yeah.
My mistake.
Mm-hmm. All right. That's
Pahanin.
Alright. I'm gonna stay by the girl's side. I'm not gonna move up. I will just lob in a ray of frost from my fingertips.
Okay. He's throwing his ray of frost. Unfortunately, it's going in the dirt, so it's not looking good there.
Shucks. Little bit.
Okay. By the way, just to be very clear about something, if you fully surround a target, it doesn't matter where you attack from. So if I see a cross, I'm just going to say anything is advantage inside of this radius. In this area. So, like I said, if guard, which this guard is 100% coming down here, guard is going to... This guard wouldn't get advantage, but once another guard got the other side, no matter where you attack from, I just call advantage. It doesn't matter anymore. So this guard is going to actually walk around to the opposite side as the dash and end the turn. And then this guard is going to go into full surround, which is what I explained their strategy is going to be. Unfortunately, the advantage does not elicit a hit. But at this point, as an example, point of order, Melonius, if you attack from here, it's a full surround. I don't care anymore. That's advantage.
Yeah.
Where you're going?
Okay.
What else?
Well. So first I'm gonna move 5. And I'm gonna use my action to throw that firebomb that I've got.
Okay.
Oh no.
No. A direct hit from a firebomb does not necessarily elicit a splash.
Okay.
Pretty small flask of oil.
So it's just a dex. It's range attack plus dex. So
Yes.
would it be fine for me to just use my unarmed strike then as like attack for it, so I don't have to like?
You're fine.
Does it have proficiency though? That's the question. Because
Alright,
unarmed
proficiency.
strike has your proficiency.
That's right.
Oh.
So it should be +3 instead.
Yeah. So I will actually dex check.
Okay.
Just with advantage because they're.
So range is weird. I said like at melee the full surround would work, but range I'm not 100% sure about that because.
Would it be fine if I move into melee range?
Yeah, no. That is 100% fine, but I need to look something up. I might retroactively give it to you, but keep going. I'm going to look something up.
Okay. Well, it depends on if that hits or not.
Right.
We gotta wait on you then.
Hey guys, make sure to subscribe to the OverLimit channel and be sure to follow our podcast where Spoon and Otto talk about games weekly.
Thanks, Dodge.
Yeah, no problem. Listen, we don't have like a D&D Beyond sponsor to like talk about, so you gotta fill the time somehow.
I don't think there's like much of a way to get advantage with ranged attacks.
Yeah, there really isn't unless it's explicit. So no.
Maybe like spike it in her face.
Yeah.
You the thing is that would be extremely dangerous with the weapon that you'd be wielding there. But I would say sure if you want to do that, you could get the advantage that way.
I would be fine with doing that.
That's fine. Do that. I might sprinkle like it depends. Let's just see the roll that you roll on the advantage there, and we'll decipher from there. Okay,
Of course,
that's a hit. For now, given the situation, I'm just gonna say you don't take the splash damage. You essentially you're throwing it at such a close proximity. It only affects her. So go ahead and roll whatever the damage I said was, which was the D6 and a D6.
So that would be 1 fire damage, 6 bludgeoning damage, and deck.
Okay. Okay.
So
Yep.
9 bludgeoning. Fire damage.
Okay. Got it. Okay. So the firebomb is thrown at melee range. You just sort of like slam, almost hit her head, with the firebomb, and she's engulfed in the oil and flame, and she screams. She's like, "Ah, damn you!" And then you had your follow up.
Yes. And then bonus action, unarmed strike.
Hold
on.
full surround. 14 is not going to be enough though.
Okay.
Okay, so Elner, we're back to you. You still get to go ahead.
Hey, does that hit?
Roll an advantage
I had to roll
just
advantage.
because. Okay,
Crit.
23 hits. So roll damage.
I guess
6. Okay. Okay,
That's it.
that's it. The hag. She will. Okay, I gotta make sure I don't, because some of these other spells are actually not hers. Okay. She is going to choose to claw one of the guards. She's going to choose to claw this guard in front of her for now. So she's going to say, "You insubordinate fools! I gave you one job and you couldn't do it!"
Nope. Well, shit.
She misses the guard with her claws. The guard raises the shield in time and blocks the attack from the hag. Hold on, I gotta get big follows out of here. Okay, and
Big falls for the guard.
there is no multi attack, so that will be it.
Two of them.
Oh.
Double big follows.
Double big follows. That was her turn.
All right. My go then.
It is your go.
All right. Being Maloney's idea, I don't really have a good angle to throw it at, so I'm going to move 5, 10, 15 feet.
Okay.
I'm going to clutch my locket, and I'm going to cast Misty Step to go right behind the hag onto the table here.
Got it.
And I'm just here.
Yep, sure thing.
And then similarly, I'm just going to spike this vial right in her fucking face.
Oh my gosh, do it.
Oh, I'm so in.
Roll again, just in case.
Come on.
Ooh. Well, still hits. Still hits, though. So roll everything, please. It was the 2d6.
Yep. Plus mine is also 3, funny enough.
Okay, 7. 7 is 7. Take the 7. Take the 7.
We take those. And then I just pull out some short swords, and I am ready to go.
Okay, Arden, your friends in the guards. Well, I said friends, but
Wait,
your
would I get
your
attack for that?
Say that again.
Would I get sneak attack for that?
Well,
Does that just be like
I mean,
weapon attack?
I'm gonna say only weapon attacks.
Okay, that's,
I'm gonna say only weapon.
that's fair.
Arden.
Yeah, it must use a finesse or ranged weapon.
Okay.
Yeah, for the sake of this, I've already been pretty generous. I'm gonna say no on this one.
Fine.
You definitely
that's,
have.
That's more than fine.
So go ahead, Arden.
Arden is gonna turn to Serox and say, "Hey, we got a hag to kill over here. You want to get your head in the game?"
All right, I'll take notice of that.
Okay.
I realize there's a fight going on and stop hacking.
Okay.
So we'll say that's my, and fuck it, like just as that, I'll just call that my my bardic inspiration since I.
Yeah. No. Sure. Can you tell him? You know what bardic inspiration is, Hectic.
Next
Remind me again.
next 10 minutes on any attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, you can add a d6 to it if you wish. After you make the first roll, you can choose to roll a d6 and add it to the roll.
Right.
Nice.
As an additional reminder, I'm doing this for you guys, but Melonius and Pahanin, as you might recall, if you didn't see my message, I will remind you. I gave you inspiration. I gave you both inspiration. Inspiration works very similarly to bardic inspiration. You just use the token and you get advantage on a roll. It's a one-shot use thing. Just keep that in mind.
Yep, he remembers now.
Okay, continue, Arden.
And I will just pop out so I can see her, and I will use vicious mockery, and I'll just yawn and say, "Oh, that was such a boring display." Vicious mockery.
Oh, she's gonna hate that too. She was really pleased with her display there. Okay.
I like the idea of Spoon just like insulting us for inspiration.
She failed!
Yo, let's go!
2 psychic damage and 2 psychic damage. She gets disadvantage on her next attack.
Oh my god, this hag is actually gonna get destroyed here. Okay.
And I'll back up behind the wall.
Okay. Guard. I mean, we know what the guard's doing. The guard's going in and using the spear, but not getting the hit. So, Serox, you may go.
All right, I'm going to.
It's a little party going on down there.
So can I get to that spot right there? Even though it's
That's fine. Yep, it's fine.
All right. I'm gonna get to right. Oh, shoot, it's right there, right?
Yes.
And then I'm gonna chuck the axe I was using, the hacker branch of the.
Okay, fair enough. Go ahead.
Yeah. 10.
Unfortunately, no.
All right.
But it was worth a shot. It's worth a shot. We're back to the top. Town guard. Town guard knows what he's doing. Town guard is not doing it well though. Go ahead, Jump. Town guard rolled a very poor roll.
I'll try again. This time I'm going to aim at the hag.
Okay, good
that'll
call.
hit me.
Just don't hit the vulture again. Good call.
We'll see.
Oh my gosh! Unfortunately, you miss.
Well, I'm still thinking about the vulture.
You still thinking?
Get it off
Yeah,
my
you
mind.
still thinking about it. I understand. Pahanin.
That's all.
Pahanin, remember, you have inspiration, my friend. You
I
may
don't
use it.
Want to use it?
Okay,
If I
okay,
use it, I'm going to kill somebody who's not the hag. So.
okay.
I'm just gonna keep shooting my ray of frost from my fingertip from a distance.
That's a hit.
Let's go.
Oh,
You got her.
love to see it.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Ooh, damn it.
You got her.
we
You-
take
Nice
those.
job.
That's my
Nice
curse.
job.
Dude. I'll get her next turn. Dude.
Get her. You'll get her next time. I'm sure of it. Okay. Unless you're doing anything else, I'm going to continue with the other guard, if that's okay.
You're good.
Okay. Other guard. Other guard rolls spear. Other guard hits spear. For 7 piercing damage. Mother of God. And that is damaged.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was gonna be it.
No. Oh.
Very anti.
Oh no 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 no.
She's at half. She's at half, boys.
That's another hit. These guards are ready to help you guys with this fight. Oh my gosh, here we go. Good, another decent hit for 5 piercing damage. Melonius, the hag, everybody's been just stabbing her. You saw some odd bit of like a cold ray of some kind fly over your shoulder and hit her.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna hit her with something brand new, no one's ever seen before.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you can't guess what it is. Pop pop.
Oh no.
Watcher.
Uh-oh. Well, first one. Oh my god. There it is.
Pop pop. Pop pop.
Okay.
You rolled 2 3.
Okay. Okay. So, okay.
7 damage is fine.
I mean, you're trickling her down. She's almost there.
Damage, damage.
Damage is damage, my friends. Damage is damage. Elner, you feel the strength of your party, and you hit her for 23. You guys are rolling super well now, as opposed to that first encounter. Oh god, the guard encounter. That was not great at first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
7, but this is a lot better.
Thank the Lord.
Okay. I assume you're not moving, so I'll continue.
Yeah, that's all, by the way.
She is going to. I'm just thinking because like she doesn't actually have a lot of attacks for spells unless she's in a coven. So that's like I'm looking over her other spells really quickly again. No, she definitely not. If this was a coven, you'd be dead. You'd just be dead.
Dead already.
You'd be
We're like
completely dead. Like
fireballed us.
you just gotten lightning bolted, and that'd have been it. She's going to just claw again.
Disadvantage.
Yes, and then I'm just looking at something else. Okay, she can't do that. So she's just going to claw at disadvantage the guard in front of her again. She's rolling it. Good thing it was Actually, no. She just misses, regardless of advantage or disadvantage. There, she just misses, and she's really frustrated. And she starts to. You see Elner, Melonius, and Erica. She's looking around hastily. She's got this look like she's seeing the writing on the wall here. Erica.
I'm gonna do something also never seen before and stab.
Okay.
With my short swords.
Okay, well, the 24 hit.
Well, that's one. Counts. That is 9 piercing damage.
Okie dokie. She's critical.
And then I aggressively kick the table.
Okay, you kick the table aggressively. I got it. Arden.
What's funny is I'm on the table and I'm about as tall as you.
I shall pop out again, and I'll also do something new and different, and I'll use Vicious Mockery
Oh,
again.
if this hits her again,
And I will say,
You are aggressively mocking her.
I will say, you should have killed me when you had the chance. Looks like you're the one that's gonna go down now.
It's in the bag.
A one damage, dude. 1 if it hits.
okay, she succeeded this time.
Yeah, that figures.
She succeeded this time.
Bad.
She really doesn't get a single attack.
She's her 2 attacks have been failures. Okay. Guard.
Hero guard for the kill, dude.
These guards are heroes, and that's a 21. That's a hit.
Ooh.
For 5 more piercing. She's on her last legs. Serox, can you finish her?
So,
Get in the fight.
You could.
because I have the halberd, which has the range of 10.
Mm-hmm.
If I went to that square, would I still have advantage because it's a
Yes, you would. This is such an interesting thing, though, just like because there's 2 people right in front of you. It's like a very precise hit. Yeah, that's fine. Your alternative would be just to run around the other side
Right, I
and
know
do
I
the
could
same
go
damn
there.
thing. So this is
I'm
fine.
just thinking for like future encounters to kind of set the.
For future encounters, I would allow advantage for this.
Okay.
If this was like, but I don't know how often you guys are going to get a full surround. So
I don't think we're gonna have 4 guards on our team all that often.
you're not going to get the 4 guards that you saved.
Dodge everything and are also stabbing the shit out of her.
Yeah, you guys are just full surrounding. So go ahead, advantage.
Halberd, 20.
That hits. Is it going to be enough though? Is the question. Hectic, Serox, everybody pitched in except for Jub. Jub, unfortunately, you killed the vulture instead.
I was distracted. Okay.
He got distracted, but everybody else was really honed in on the hag. And Serox, how do you finish her off?
I just swift cut to the neck, cut her head off. I don't want to deal with this person anymore.
She yep, you cut her neck, and she wails in pain for whatever she can do based on the neck cut, and you can almost faintly hear something about some kind of like curse towards you. She's trying to curse you out, and you can faintly hear her say, "If only my sisters were here."
Joke's on you, you don't have vocal cords, haha.
And then her head she just gets decapitated, and she is defeated. And that, my friends, is a lot of XP going your way.
Yay!
Each of you will get.
Oh.
Do we get XP for the zombie too?
You get 100 XP plus the zombie. Yes, you do. I just have to look at the zombie. Each of you gets 100 XP. And the zombie elicits an extra 10. So 110 total XP.
Max is 269. Nice.
You're very close. We're gonna finish up a couple more things after this, but I'm gonna guarantee you're gonna be out of level 1 after today.
Hopefully completing the quest. Hopefully completing the quest.
You're gonna get the level. We got a couple more things we should resolve here.
Erica kind of looks down and just goes, "Oh, what am I stepping in?" What is on the table?
There are several different vials of odd liquids.
Which ones did I crush?
That's a good question. Hags do have like some really weird stuff. So, we'll say you crush some non-lethal vials of liquid.
I would hope so.
One of them happens to be blood, though. So there's that.
Ew, 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 and I quickly get off the table and kind of like clean my foot off in like the dirt or sludge.
The guards are very pleased. They're yelling, "Huzzah! We've done it! We've defeated the witch! She will curse these lands no longer!" Wait! And they look at each other and go, The mayor's daughter, though! Where is she? Pahanin, you notice some vines retracted over here. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Okay. And
I call over to my compatriots and say, "There's somebody over here."
Well, while he's doing that, can I take a look around this area and like the table? Is there anything like that seems of value besides the liquids on it?
okay, roll investigation, and we're gonna see what you guys procure.
Yeah, I want to go around looking around for that 2,000 gold she fucking
That's
brought.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, right.
I want to go.
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
Oh my goodness!
Holy shit!
Well, shit.
Man,
Money?
pulled 2
Well,
natural 20s.
shit.
Money?
Hold up a second.
Natural 40.
Now I gotta go into the
Yeah,
goddamn
sure.
Dungeons Master's book and look up some stuff. Alright.
This fucking guy, dude.
So
You have advantage, so like seeing the one dice come from 20 and the
You-
other one, I fucking popped off. And
the
ran out of the
first thing you find a couple things.
room. Write it in.
You find, due to your illustrious investigation skills, she didn't have 2,000 gold like she promised. She didn't have 2,000 gold, but she happened to have 500.
Not bad.
Let's see here. I need to find my magic items section
Good person, damn it.
135. And let's find a magic item that will suit you guys well. I personally like meme items, but let's see if there's anything fun in here for you.
The many
Dude,
things.
give me the cloak of billowing. That's the best shit
I
ever.
like bags of which I can hold stuff in because I need one of those at some point.
Deck of many things so we can get chicken armor.
No, we're not rolling a deck of many things, please, for the love of God, no.
But chicken armor is so good.
You find an amulet, and you don't know what the amulet is currently. You also find. I'm trying to find something that is. I really like meme items, but I think in this case I'll give you something actually decent.
Natural 20 investigations, dude.
You find some odd-looking boots.
Ooh. Are they like my size?
Yes.
Oh.
It's uncanny. They fit perfectly on you. Would you like to put them on?
I mean, mine are kind of covered in blood right now, so I would like a change of boots, actually.
Okay, you put the boots on, and you start walking around, and you realize you make no sound.
Very nice.
Rogue, dude.
Wait, wouldn't I have to? Wouldn't I technically?
You have acquired
I need to attune to these boots.
you have acquired the boots of Elvenkind. They require no attunement.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Um,
Kind of cute.
there again, the amulet, and let's see here. Let's see if we can find something else kind of interesting.
I'm like stamping on the ground to try to make noise. I'm like, Molly's, look.
Oh, that's very cool.
Ah, it's so cool. Oh, I also found some more gold and this amulet. And I kind of like show like the two that are near me. This little amulet I found. I don't know what it does, but we could probably take it in and get it appraised or something.
Yeah.
I pocket the gold, by the way. I'll divvy it back to the tavern.
Okay.
And I kind of say, "I'll worry about. We'll divvy up when we get back. You can hold me to it. It's 500, which is a lot of money.
Let me see here.
How'd you count it that fast?
Can we just do it now so we don't
I
forget?
guesstimated. You know, my family. I'm used to being around a bit of money. A little bit. So I can kind of judge the weight a bit. It's probably a couple hundred at least. It's like a small chest or is it like a big bag of like gold.
It's like a big bag of gold. We'll say it's more like a chest because a big bag of gold that'd be pretty big. There's a couple more things I want to talk about. You found the amulet that is unknown currently. You also find a medallion, and that's all you'll find from there.
Okay.
The medallion is unknown to you currently.
Yep. Sounds good. I'll put question marks next to both of them.
Okay.
So did Erica find everything, or is there any point in the rest of us investigating?
I don't know. You could try. You could try.
Yeah.
It's like
I
I mean, she got a 20, so.
I was going to investigate anyways.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Go ahead. Roll something.
I'm gonna do it. Let's see what happens. Nope.
There's some water.
I found that hair again, guys.
You found hair. You happen to look through the hair again just for shits and giggles.
Yeah.
You find a vial of antitoxin,
Oh, okay, that's not too bad.
which was already in there. Would anybody else like to investigate? I'm sure everybody would love to.
I want to check out the statue, see if the soul or the body
Sure.
or whatever.
If you want to investigate, just roll it, and I'll account for it.
Do not, man.
The gemstone. Where the fuck did the gemstone go? Did I delete it?
Not
Did I fucking delete it? Alright, I deleted it. I deleted the gemstone, but the idea was that the gemstone cracks and you see the suit of armor animate normally, and you see the hand lift the visor, and a man is behind this visor, and he says, by the gods themselves, thank you, my friend. You have saved me. Jub with an 11. Let's find something that would
I'm
not.
looking over here by the table again.
What would Jub not care too much about? Let's figure something out. You find a vial of a potion. You're not sure what it is yet.
Sweet.
It's like a greenish liquid.
Cool deal.
Just make a note of that, and I'm just going to tell you right now, it's a potion of animal friendship.
Okay.
When you drink this potion, you can cast the animal friendship spell for 1 hour at will.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. If there's nothing else, I'm not seeing anything else on the rolls. Natalie is here, and there's a crystal ball in front of her that cracks. And the woman here appears to have regained herself. And she says, oh, What happened? Oh, my head.
What about the doll? I mean, nothing was going on before, but does anything happen now?
The doll, a strange aura surrounds it for a brief moment, and then it just dissipates.
Oh, that's sad.
And then the skull with mirror, the skull transforms into a normal man who happens to be bleeding from his head.
Uh-oh.
and then he dies because he fucking bleeds out from his skull.
He's bleeding from a cracked skull. And then the last thing to account for is Natalie. Natalie is freed from her imprisonment of staring into a crystal ball, hoping for new adventures.
Did someone get the can I get a health potion? I need to make up amends for that guy in the mirror.
And we'll move her over here.
Are you all right?
To respond to Serox, she says, I'm quite all right. Thank you very much for saving me from this foul creature. I assume my father gave some reward?
Well, the only reward was promised once we got you back home.
I see. Well, I do appreciate the rescue. And if you'll escort me back, I would be even more appreciative.
We shall, my lady. How much do you think your father offered, though? Just curious.
I can't say that I know. I suppose whatever fortune he had left, maybe like 1,000 to 2,000 gold, possibly more. It's hard to say.
Pretty spot on.
Hmm. All right. You seem to have your wits about you.
Yes, well, I still require an escort, if you're all willing. I also see you saved some of the town guards.
Yes, once our companions have taken a second to check the place out, we'll get you back home.
I understand. If you don't mind, I can't stand this foul place. I will be near the entrance of this foul cavern. Take your time. I'm not in any rush.
I'm
What
gonna
is
go with her. Just
What
to
is this?
make sure.
What is this crystal ball thingy?
It's cracked currently. It seems to just have like an image of a landscape as it loses all of its magical energy.
Oh.
Can I inspect it and see
You
if
can
I
certainly try.
understand what it is?
Okay, Arcana.
Arcana? Yeah, I'm not good at that.
Well,
But we'll give it a shot anyway.
give it a shot. Who
Where's
knows?
that shit? There it is. Yeah, that's not my worst roll ever.
It would seem that someone could be trapped in a trance looking at this thing.
I'll take it.
Okay. You take the orb, just put in a cracked orb into your inventory.
Cracked orb. Okay. Oops, not orb.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Okay. Again, if anybody else has anything, do it quickly, because I want to make sure that we get out of here, and there's
Get back.
one other thing, actually, that I have to do before we get back fully.
Elner, can you help him?
I want to cast Spare the Dying on the bleeding guy.
Okay, he eventually becomes stable after he bleeds out.
Is anyone strong enough to help carry
Wait,
this
he
individual
becomes
back?
stable after he bleeds out?
Spare the dying only works.
No.
Yeah.
You touch a living creature that has 0 hit points. So he was dying, and then you stabilized him.
He doesn't have to make death saving throws. He's stable.
Correct. So he is stable. That is how that. So yes, of course he was bleeding out. That's the only way that would have worked. So correct. It was the correct description, and he is currently he's unconscious, but not dead or anything like that. He won't die. You've definitely done a good job there.
Can
Let me remove these turns.
Mr. Guardsman, are any of you strong enough to possibly carry him back to town with us?
The
Strength type.
I'll do it. I'll carry the lad. And he begins to walk towards Elner. You must be the one that needs carrying.
No, the one that's on the ground unconscious.
Ah, yes, of course. My mistake. And he picks up the unconscious individual. Says, there we are. No worries. I shall handle this.
Don't forget me.
Like I said, everybody's accounted for. The woman that's like gonna get her bearings. She'll return with the guards. And then there's just Natalie. So, I think I've described everything that could be found in this area. If there's nothing else, then I will move us forward back to the map.
All right.
You will exit this place without any restrictions or any stopping. Nothing. No crocodiles out of the water are going to stop you at this point. So, everybody, you've defeated the Green Hag, thanks to the assistance of the guards and to your own strength and the dice rolls being quite favorable, I think. You exit the hut, and the swamps feel just a little bit safer now that you've defeated this creature. The Isle of Mist, the mists dissipate after defeating this hag. It seems that her magics were keeping this place as challenging to traverse as you encountered. So you unobstructed enter the isle and exit it quickly. You take certain paths that inevitably take you here. I assume you're going to avoid the Bullywug Den, which is the frog den. So you'll take the same path you came in from.
I don't know. I think we should go kill all the bullywugs and then
You
get their money.
We got basically a small army with us.
Yeah, I suppose you could. At that point, that's just bullying, though. But you could do it. But I will say, eventually you'll get to here, and then you can decide whatever the hell you want to do. But you do have Natalie with you. You may want to consider that. When you get to here, though, you hear voices coming from the fort. There are 3 voices being heard. There is a particularly recognizable voice who seems to be not shouting, but talking loudly, and the voices of 2 women. Would you like to investigate or ignore it?
What do you mean? Like, What is the recognizable voice?
Good question. Some of you recognize this voice. There's a particular drunkard that happened to touch, stop, or ask you for drinks.
Yeah, I'll go save him.
Maybe I can go look first. I'm pretty quiet with these new shoes. Would that be?
I will stay. I will stay with Natalie to make sure nothing
Okay.
happens to her.
If there are people going to check it out, are you stealthily going or are you not stealthily going?
I will stealthily go for sure.
Okay.
Is anyone else joining me?
I am.
Okay, so I'm going to move you to the map, but don't assume everybody is on the map right now.
Yep.
That's what I'll say.
And I'm saying, like, entering the area, like, staying out of sight so they don't just, like, see us like last time.
Yes, I assume that. You can still make the stealth checks, please, but I'm assuming you're going to be stealthy. Daj, obviously, you're going to be extremely stealthy in this case. And Mason, I still want you to roll it, but honestly, unless you roll like a crit fail, I don't care that much. Okay.
I rolled higher
Great.
than the rogue.
Great.
There's a really bad.
Great. So we'll put some swamp ambiance on, and you walk towards the fort stealthily. The people that do, and as you probably guessed, it is in fact the drunkard from the town. The drunkard from the town did give a name, by the way. It was Severus. And the two women who were guarding this fort seem to be conversing with him. And as you enter, he is the first one to speak. He says, "Stand aside, you foolish women. I have business here, and I require you to move. So leave." And the women respond like they responded to you. "You are a trespasser in these lands. Leave now. We won't tell you again." And the man, the drunkard, steps forward and says, do you even know who I am? I am Severus. I am a legend. I helped overthrow this country. Stand aside before you get hurt, little girls. And he starts to channel an odd energy into his hand. And it looks, I don't know if Bahannon's here, but it looks a little like your Ray of Frost. And they of course respond and say, "We're not leaving." And they pull out their weapons and say, "But we won't stand aside. We'll kill you if we must." All of you continue to witness this, and I'm assuming you're not interjecting, so I will continue.
Not a chance.
And
This is his problem.
Severus goes, "Very well. I hoped not to use this, but if I must, I must." And he casts a cold spell. And all of a sudden, a huge wave of cold magic bursts forward, splashing both the women, dealing a surprising amount of damage to them. For those of you that recall and encountered Severus, he seemed like a drunken fool, but he just blasted these two with enough magic to take any normal individual out. And the women stagger, and they look at each other surprised, and they go, Who are you? I've told you I am Severus fucking Bane." And he dimension doors to the side and lightning bolts them both.
Oh, nothing personal, kid.
Killing them. And he says, "Good. Oh, God, now that that's out of the way. Fucking assholes. Alright. Come on, wakey. Wake up. I know you're there. Come on. And he waits. Nothing happens for at least like a minute or two, and he says, "God damn it, stupid frickin' creatures!" And he decides instead just to throw a firebolt, and it looks like he just throws a firebolt into the swamp waters. And he says, "Ah, God, making me wait, piece of shit." And the people that are on this particular landmass, it feels like there's an earthquake starting. Something is moving that is extremely large from under the swamp. You can just you've never even felt this kind of just enormity from a monster before, and something horrifying exits the swamps. A monster that you've never seen before, only through legend, emerges from these waters, its wings ripped to shreds. A black dragon, massive creature, exits the swamps and walks towards the fort and just glares in Severus's direction. I assume nobody's interjecting yet.
I don't think our stealth is high enough. I'm kind of like looking at Melonius and like pointing to go back, like nervously, like pointing back. We should go. We should leave now.
It's like,
and I like kind of like tense
I'm
up
like,
and like
frozen in fear, but I'm also curious.
I'm the same. Like I'm not moving. I can't feel my legs, but like I'm just like leave, like pointing back and like looking back and forward and like staring at this black dragon.
Okay.
I'm gonna guess we're not hidden.
Okay. I had to step away for a second. So again, assuming you're not running, the dragon calls forth towards Severus and says, "Who dares enter my dominion? You, a small mortal. What business do you have with this old dragon?" And Severus goes, Oh, great and powerful beast, O black dragon of legend. I call to you to make a bargain. I have something you desire, O great Gnomrinth, the corroded one. I have your long-lost gemstone. For some time, and you've all but given up hope of finding it, but I, Severus, have found your gem. And he pulls out a black stone from his pocket and says, "Heed me now, Gnomrinth. I only ask a favor of you, and a potential alliance of sorts. I will return the gemstone to you that you crave, and you will offer me information that I desire." The dragon breathes heavily, and even you all can smell it from this distance. It is a disgusting toxin that you have to immediately cover your mouths to not inhale. It is almost a poisonous fume. But Severus doesn't seem fazed by it. And the dragon responds, "Why wouldn't I just kill you now and take the stone from you? What do you take me for? I do not make bargains or deals with puny creatures like yourself." And Severus was, "Hold on, I knew you'd say that. I knew you'd say that. And I will tell you now, if you do that, I will dimension door as quickly as you can attack, and I will be gone without a trace. I am offering you this gem as a token of good faith and favor. And I will return you to your more powerful state, and all I want is information. And I'm asking if you wish to make a deal with me, O great dragon." And the dragon says, "Very well. I will hear your deal, but I do not accept it until I know what you are looking for. I am looking for the long-lost crypt of eternal flame. You tell me where it is, and your gemstone is returned to you. And perhaps, maybe we can also be allies for any future endeavors. The dragon ponders briefly and says, "Return the stone, and I shall give you what you ask." And Severus walks towards the dragon with the stone in hand and holds it out, and the dragon, there seems to be some kind of like space on its head, like a divot, and he places the gem in the divot. And the dragon, you can feel energy return to it. It feels stronger than before, as its power seems to have just been restored to it. The creature rears back and seems to settle after regaining its strength as Severus backs up. And it says, "Oh, I haven't felt this kind of power in what feels like eons. As for you, my mortal friend, I will tell you where the crypt is that you are looking for. And I will ponder an alliance with you, given you have returned what I've been seeking for so long. And to all those listening in on our conversation,
How about you, bye, people?
be warned. Gnomrinth, the corroded, does not heed intruders with generosity. Leave this place now before you feel the full breath of my power."
I don't know about you, Melonius. I'm leaving.
Yeah, I'm going to
gonna
run the fuck away.
Same. I'm going to like slightly like take a dagger and kind of like plunge it slightly into my leg so I can start moving again and start just going.
As I'm running, I'm going to quick say, yell back, "Sorry about last night. This is for you," and toss a gold.
Okay, you tossed a gold. Okay, you tossed a gold. And you just hear Severus laughing. "Ha ha ha ha! I will be eternal." And the rest of the group, you see Melonius and Erica running with beads of sweat pouring down their faces, and you can hear the roar of what sounds like a dragon bellowing throughout the swamps. The guards are starting to shake a little.
We're running straight back to town.
Oh, you're just running.
Party.
Oh, you're just running. Okay, you're just going. You're just running. So they just ran right past you.
No.
So, quick
So
question.
you hear your heavy footfalls, and then for me, you just hear, and then just like walk.
Nope. Okay, go ahead, Pahanin.
So is the dragon big enough that like we can see something moving in the far distance?
Yes.
Is it towering over the
You see a large
Yeah, I'm running to
creature.
as soon as I see them, I've turned tail and I am running away.
I'm
on my
gonna
stomping little legs.
take the mayor's daughter and like also be like start moving as quick as possible too.
I'm assuming everybody is. If you're not, say now.
Nope, going back to town.
Okay, everybody's going back to town. Jubb and Elner, can I safely assume you're running as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You leave the swamps and run back to town Where are you going first in town?
The mayor's
Mayor's
mansion.
Manor.
All right. So we'll just take you straight there.
Once I get like into the gate, I'm gonna stop and just start heavily breathing and like just fall on my ass and just like face and hands, just kind of like waiting for someone else to like show up.
Well,
Full nervous breakdown, basically.
well, you and Melonius ran first, so the rest of the group would catch up, but not after like a couple minutes or so. Because you two were booking it. So
I'm at 70 feet a second. I'm there first.
Yeah,
I'm outrunning you.
I would say Melonius and Erica, you're there first. So if you wanted to just make a quick comment, the rest of the group would eventually be following you.
I think that's a hey grade.
I am going to. I'm just gonna look to Erica and just be like, bar first.
Who was that guy?
The drunk who tried to get me to buy him a beer last.
Did you?
No, I tried to get him to sober up, cause he was shit faced.
I'm starting to feel like we should have. And I start like slowly, like shaky legged, walking towards the inn that we were at.
Always the end.
All right. So they're going to the inn. The rest of the group, you see them going towards the inn. Do you follow them, or do you go to the mayor's manor?
No, I go to the mayor's manor. I
Okay.
still got the daughter with me.
You-
so I'm taking her home.
Okay. So you're taking her back. Okay. Everybody else following or going to the inn? You can choose.
Mayor's Manor.
Okay, mayor's manor. Okay.
Mayor?
I want my money.
Mayor?
Yep. Okay, so Melonius and Erica, let's hold off on you for a second. Let's hold off on you guys. The rest of the group, let's go through this, and then I'll get through Erica and Melonius, and we'll go from there. So the rest of the group at the mayor's manor. I'm not going to pull up the map. We'll do this here. So you enter the mayor's manor with the guards and the daughter, Natalie. The other people who you had with you, the woman and the guy who's in the suit of armor, and the injured fella. The injured fella gets dropped off to the nearest medical facility, whatever that may be, and the others they also go to the medical facility to get checked up. Everybody else, you're going to the mayor's manor. You arrive, and the mayor, he sees you. He seems like he's been up and anxiously awaiting the return of his daughter, obviously. And she and him, they hug. And he's like, "Oh, thank heavens you're here. I thought I'd lost you, my dear daughter. And all of you. Yes, you." And I don't know who's closest, but he just grabs the closest person. He goes, "I can't thank you enough. You've saved my child. The reward! The reward!"
We saved a few of your town guards as well.
Well, yes, of course you did. You've gone above and beyond the call. And he goes towards a small chest, and he puts it on a table. And he says, "Here, take this. Take it all. It's the 1,000 gold you've earned."
I'll pick up the chest.
And he says, You've done me a great service, and this gold is your reward, and the people of this land will know your name. I forgot your names. You're going to need to tell me. You're going to need to tell me your names so that I may spread word to the people of this land and across the barony as best I can. And they will know.
Okay, upon hearing that, I'm going to turn around and walk out.
Okay? He says, "Well, Armor Man! That's what he'll be named." The rest of you? Can I share your names with this great and wonderful place?
I'm Joe, and this is Gerald.
Yes, of course. The bird is Gerald. Yes. I will share your names.
Yes, do it.
And the rest of you? Can I...
Pahanin, humble
Pahanin.
servant of Shelley. And I guessed her to my shell.
The shell. I see. I will spread word of your name.
I would say it once we had like calmed down a bit, we would probably walk into the
Into the manor?
Later.
Yeah, okay. So once you guys gather yourselves, I'll assume you go to the manor.
I'll
And-
just wait outside.
Okay. Arden and I believe Elner also needs to potentially give a name or
Yeah.
not.
I'll give him my name and I'll tell him the armor man's name is Serox.
Okay, he says, yes, Serox and Elner, of course.
Why
Legends
would you do this? You ruined me.
legends will grow of your heroic act today, this day. And finally,
Ruined me.
of course, the my friend Aiden. That's it.
It's Arden, you fool.
Ah, my apologies. Arden, yes, of course. The people of this land will know your name, Arden. That is certain. And I thank you for your heroism.
Yes, heroism.
Well then, get some rest. The inn is on me today. You may stay at your leisure and enjoy yourselves. You've earned it. You've earned it. And for Melonius and for Erica, eventually when you compose yourselves, you do go to the manor. And he'll pay you the same respect. He says, yes, of course, the rest of the group, my friends, you've saved my daughter this day. I will spread your legends across the land.
Of course.
Just a quick side note.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't happen to know that there was a black dragon in that swamp?
I beg your pardon?
Yeah, so the reason why we weren't with the rest of the group, we saw a black dragon at fort.
Mm-hmm. Yes, the ruined fort. Yes, of course.
He ran like hell and didn't look back.
Well,
Do you know of the man who called himself Severus Bane?
Severus.
He was staying at the Dragonfly.
Why? Severus Bane? Well, that's that's preposterous. No. Of course I haven't. And this dragon that's ridiculous.
Is
Insight?
he lying to us?
Yeah.
You can roll insight. You're welcome to.
Let's roll first. I'll
Yeah.
roll second.
So
Straight.
15.
He's hiding something. He's 100% hiding something.
Listen, we could have died. I'm gonna need more than that.
I
We
suppose
saved your daughter,
you did.
and we dealt with a great evil in the swamp north of you, including saving some guards. I expect truth. I don't expect more of a reward, but I expect the truth at this point.
Damn it!
I do. I expect more of a reward.
Oh my god!
You're still here?
Yeah, I thought you left. You're here?
Who said I
Yeah, I
left?
thought you did too.
Oh my! Oh, how embarrassing. Well, I can't speak of a dragon. That's preposterous. Let me tell you, I've never heard of a dragon in those swamps. but the name you invoked. How did you come across this name?
He gave it himself.
What do you mean? That's impossible. It's preposterous.
Saw him at the fort
Mm.
with the jewel.
Again, impossible.
He presented it to, I believe, it was a black dragon. I'm not going to say the exact name.
Yeah, of course.
Now.
You sure?
Because A, I'm in shock, and B, he hasn't shown me any fucking truth. Who is Severus Bane?
I am telling you.
Would I know that name? Because he said he overthrew the country, and I was from the capital.
You'd have to roll history.
Okay.
The overthrow of the capital was not that recent. It was over 100 years ago. There might have been an individual named Severus Bane who assisted in the capture of Pendrago when the elves made their last stand. There may have been someone by that name.
Oh, he's my racist uncle.
I see the extra history. So I will let the mayor speak to the history as opposed to the DM. well, I suppose not everyone
Or
would.
you are both.
I suppose that. I suppose it's fair. I suppose it's fair, and I can't expect everyone to know the intricacies of legend, but, well, rumor is that when the capital of the country was taken, it wasn't the soldiers that took that place. There was a group of mercenaries that were hired. Cutthroats, mages. There were 6 of them. This Severus Bane that you've invoked was one of them. And these 6, nobody's heard or seen of them since.
And they were the ones who succeeded on the raid in Pendragon and ultimately felled the elvens.
They single-handedly entered a castle filled with elven soldiers and the king, and slayed them all with ne'er a scratch. They are the most powerful people that we know of.
I shoot Melanius a glare that just says, "And you didn't buy him a drink?"
So this Severus Bane was one of them. He goes by a nickname, though. Supposedly. He calls himself the Realm Jumper. I don't know what that means, but he seems to be quite proud of this title.
And the other 5, do you know the names as well?
Right now, I don't remember all their names. I do have a couple. I do have some.
Do you happen to have like a library that we could research?
The libraries here would not be sufficient, my friend. You'd have to investigate certain other places of literature that more than likely wouldn't be public. I only know this because this information was passed down from my family. My my great-grandfather was one of the soldiers, and I can tell you 2 names. I can tell you 2. There was one other. He was a human, but he was a strange one. A magician of sorts. He could change his shape at will. Powerful druid. They called him, I think it was just his nickname. He didn't use his real name. They just said his name was Bamboo. The other one I know quite well. A traitor. A traitor to the country. His name was Elar. My goodness.
Could you spell that?
Aelar. Elven sorcerer. Extremely powerful. Known for specializing in fire magic. That's all I can tell you, my friends. I'm sorry. If you wish to learn more, you'll have to find a more secretive archive.
It's Panda.
Oh my.
And then I don't know if anybody else had any questions, but do you know where in town I could have something magical appraised by chance?
You could go to Allie's Magic Emporium. I'm sure she'd be happy to try and appraise something.
Right, reading the map, of course. I forgot. Sorry, it was an interesting day. Did you have anything?
No.
Arden over there, did you question? I'll take that as a no. And I'm assuming that they already received the reward, so I guess that and I just kind of turn around and leave.
Okay.
Towards the end. Oh, and you said free lodging. Did you mean free drinks as well? by chance?
Of course.
And they know ahead of time?
Yeah, I'll make sure the word gets passed along.
I'm going to go get absolutely shit because I need it.
I am with.
And I am someone who doesn't drink often, so it's not going to take much.
All right.
But
We're
fix that.
we're close to ending today, by the way. There's one last thing I'm going to do. I want to make sure everybody's in the same spot or nearby. Is everybody at the inn, or where is everybody?
Yeah, I'll head back to the inn.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The room is. You don't have to pay for a room or anything. So don't change your gold values from what they already currently are. We're gonna say you guys rest, get food, drink, whatever you want to do to the evening. Who
Can I
wants?
store, like, all my
So
stuff in my room?
Well,
is
we gotta
Unlock,
divvy up
yeah.
the gold.
yeah. I'm gonna assume you divide that up appropriately.
Right. So here's the issue: if we take the 500 we got from the hag, everybody would get 214, but there's 2 gold pieces left over.
Oh my goodness.
Just 2.
Does anybody want it? Does
Yes.
anybody need it?
Arden, of course, Arden. Yep. Arden
Right.
said
I'll
yes.
give it to Arden then.
Okay. The last thing I'm going to do before the session officially concludes. I would like to know. Be honest. Who will sleep? Who is sleeping in what order? As in, if it's late at night, who would go to bed first? Who would go to bed last? And just be honest.
After divvying up the gold and then storing what is mine in my room in like a hidden like spot, because I'm kind of safe that and like storing stuff there, I would probably be passed out on the bar counter first, realistically.
Okay.
I'm probably gonna be drinking for a long, so.
When
As I don't eat
Maloney,
or
just throw me in my room, please.
As
Thank
I
you.
don't eat or sleep, I would probably go immediately to my room after.
Okay. Got it.
Dipping the gold.
So far, I've got Erica and Melonius just at the bar. I'm just going to say at the bar for now. Serox goes to bed. Everybody else?
I'm 19. Haven't had a.
I mean,
yeah.
Sorry, okay.
Arden?
Arden would probably just stay up a while and do his usual mischief. Try to swindle.
Okay.
Try to swindle people at the bar.
Sure thing. But... So you're still up then. For now. What about Jub and Elner?
I would be up probably unless like Payanan and Melonius went to bed. And it sounds like Melonius is up, so I would be up for a while.
Okay. And then Elner and Pahanan. I actually don't think I heard from Pahanan.
I would just drink a couple of drinks and then go to bed.
Okay, so Elner, I'm assuming you're going to go to bed then. Pahanan?
Heading straight to bed.
Heading straight to bed. Okay. People that are awake, I'm going to say, since Pahanan went to bed, Jub, you're going to bed. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, sure. I'll go to bed somewhere in the middle.
Okay, I just wanted to be sure. So, Serox is in bed, Elner's in bed, Pahanan's in bed. Jub, we'll give it 50-50 at this point for what's going to happen. Erica is passed out at the bar, but is at the bar. Melonius is drinking, and Arden is just up to mischief. Okay. To end the session, the door of the inn opens. It swings open, and you hear footsteps. The people that are drunk, I'm going to say you don't pay too much attention right away. Arden, there's a man with a black cloak that enters, and he takes a seat right next to Erica, and he puts his hand down, and it wakes you up, Erica. And lo and behold, to your left, it's Severus Bane, and that's where we're going to end. What?
How hungover am I?
You're probably fairly drunk, I would say. So you're hungover.
That'd be a rude way.
And Severus Bane enters the inn and sits at the bar with all of you, and that's what we're going to end at. Okay. That'll do it for this particular session. And I think at this point, everybody should go to level 2. Go bump yourself up. We'll still track EXP and everything after, we'll still do that. But at this point, you finish this quest line enough, you guys are there. So you're going to go to level 2.
Go to 300.
Go to 300, that's correct. Go to 300, please. And Make sure you do your levels before next time. If you need help, you should ask me, or
Points.
I assume we're rolling. We're rolling for hit points.
you are. I'm gonna say this though. If you roll a 1, I will allow a single reroll.
Okay,
Do it now.
I'm gonna roll
Get it
now.
out of the way.
Only if you roll a 1 though.
You just roll hit die.
Yeah, just roll a hit die.
Yeah, roll hit dice.
Only rerolls happen on 1s, so
You just click the hit dice button, right?
yep, you just click it.
All right, come on, big money.
Okay,
big money,
Jub, you can re-roll that once. If you get it the same thing, it doesn't matter. Okay, 10, 9, 5, Erica, 6. Okay.
Hey.
All right.
Here.
Again, do your levels afterwards, please.
Hey.
Beautiful.
Oh,
Holy crap, beautiful.
Dude, Mason, your roles in this campaign. What the fuck, my
Dude,
man?
Mason's off to a flying
In
start.
on this.
Double the health points. Let's go.
All right. Again, that was I would say I felt like that was a good session. You guys did a good job. I think we were all a little bit nervous about the hag, but with the guard reinforcements, I think even without the guards, you could have done it. But the guards made it significantly easier.
It just would have been a lot longer.
It would have been a lot longer. Yes.
Longer fight without the guards.
Right. As far as the Elner death thing, yeah. Let's I'm gonna try and avoid player characters dying at least for the first like 3 or 4 sessions, but after that it's anybody's game. Like I'll allow it after that. So just an unfortunate like freaking nat 20 from a snake got you. Other than that, again, I hope you guys had some. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yep.
I'm
Good.
I'm glad nobody like tried to do anything with the dragon, obviously. And next time we'll pick up where we've got the people that are currently awake at the inn with Severus, and you are welcome to speak with him. And that's where we're gonna start off next time. So, thanks, guys. I thought it was really fun, particularly when we got to the hag and everything was happening. If you have any like questions and all that, still open to answer them, and still open to helping adjust things as needed. So, but now we're out of level 1, so things finally should start opening up. Cool. All right. So I am going to end the stream side then. So for anybody that actually stayed the whole time, thanks for staying the whole time. That was a pretty long one. And we'll be back in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yep. So yeah. Session 3 will be in 2 weeks. And I will say this, since we're leaving now, everybody's I'm sure gonna be heading out and doing their thing. Please be sure to check out the YouTube, all those videos, and when the session goes up, be sure to check that out. So, oh yeah, I'm
like, follow, subscribe.
Yeah, of course. Please do that. Actually, like seriously, please do that. And
watch the podcast on Wednesdays or watch the VODs on YouTube. Please.
Yes, please do so. Thanks everybody. I'm gonna shut off the stream here now. Thanks everybody for playing and having fun, hopefully, and we'll see you guys soon.